Oh, well, would you look at that? A city requests goods 1,200 gems in 12 months while we're 1,000 in debt. That's probably not going to happen. You know, just a hunch. I'm not gonna hit that deadline. I also deleted some houses here because we were actually at 30% unemployment. Right now it's 20% unemployment. Because we just don't have the money to increase our industry. Now please just buy everything. And as I have forsaken Ra, social your trade partners was no trade ships or caravans will visit your city for 1 full year. Perhaps I have missed some important notes here, because that might be the end of us.
With the Hyksos successfully expelled from our country, our land is ripe for rebirth. A new kingdom that outshines past glory. Most noble Pharaoh, Baki is an ideal place to begin this new kingdom. We can use the large amount of gold found there to fund your new vision of Egypt. While Egypt is on the brink of greatness, a few nagging problems remain. Many of Egypt's cities are still recovering from the disruptions caused by the Hyksos and may need Pharaoh's help. In other regions, Egypt's old enemies still attack us, and a new enemy, the Sea People, has been raiding our northern coast. You must be prepared to defend other Egyptian cities from our foes, both old and new. As Egypt grows in stature, many cities are willing to engage in trade. Some of these cities are so familiar with our ways and in awe of your power that they consider themselves Egyptian, while others are foreign to us and are trading with us for the first time. For the glory of Egypt, take advantage of all these relationships to provide your people with all the goods they desire. To usher in the new era, your royal architects crave the opportunity to build 2 pyramids and a stately mausoleum for you, O Pharaoh. These will surely reflect the wealth and grandeur you have brought to Egypt.
Hey guys, welcome back to Pharaoh, and we are now on Baki, the glory of Egypt, and we're going to be continuing on maximum difficulty here, very hard. Population 10,000, prosperity rating of 70, kingdom rating 85, culture rating of 70, monument rating of 35, and it seems like we won't be attacked, but our other cities will, and we'll have to defend them. There'll probably be some requests as well. But sounds like there's a lot of trade, so let's go ahead and jump into the city. And here we are. Okay, so just for transparency, I did actually try this one time and I failed. So we're back into the map here, and let's have a quick look at what we can do. So I did try this just now, and I went for a pottery export and it didn't work. So, you know, let's focus on exports we can more reliably run on. So as you see here on the world map, we're here in Baki. If you look over here, this is Abu. Very, very tempting to go for this. 200 Devon to open a land trade route, clay and pottery, just a little bit, but it's very tempting to go for that. But it's not gonna be good. Fuenet, Wast, don't buy anything. Ichjatawi buys beer. We can't really produce beer without importing barley, which needs to be bought elsewhere. Jewelry can be sold to Men Nefer, but and Kadesh up here don't really do anything useful either. But Rawarti, look at this. Gems, copper, and sandstone. And what I didn't really realize last time is that we can actually produce all 3 of those. Gems, copper, and sandstone. Okay. So, looking at the map, we have a water trade route along this river, and this is a very big map, and lots of hunting to go around. Not so much farming on the actual floodplains, but lots of hunting. Then there's ore down here, and lots of ore up here, which will be great later on for gold mines. And it could also be tempting to go for gold mines because they're cheaper than quite a lot of things, but not copper mines. But going for gold is always nice, but despite gold mines costing 375, you do have to put down a city palace, which is 1,800. This is very hard, so things cost a lot. So what I'm looking at is to set up a single nice residential block here, do some hunting right here, and get copper, sandstone, and gemstones going as much as possible into a water trade route selling over here. Now, I do hope the boats come from here, because if they come from down here, they might die in these, or crash in the floodplains here when floods recede. But we'll see how that goes. So we're gonna go ahead and set up a housing block here and get some industries going. And this is looking so much better than before. Look at this, look at this. We've got one nice housing block. We're going to be feeding people. We've got this road connection over to the coast where we can have a dock and we can set up the industries over this side. Food is, why is it, except game meat. It's not going into the granary right now because we actually should be prioritizing industry and commerce, right? No? Oh, this is still under food production and distribution. Okay. We gotta prioritize that and don't prioritize industry and commerce. We just gotta let some people move in here. And once we feed people, it actually goes quite a long ways. So besides this, everything looks pretty good. Looking at our other resources, we've only got fig farms on the farm, so not real much point. 3 hunting lodges should get us enough food to feed this block at least. We are currently short... Really? Short by 8 employees? Oh, we are just short by 8 employees. Okay. So that... Come on. Put the meat in the granary. Thank you very much. We can just start distributing that immediately, I think. Bam. Bazaar right there. You're just buying game meat. As we feed people and these houses start developing, we'll get more people moving in. So now we can go ahead and... We've got one storage yard here, which is set to accepting copper. And we're gonna just add down copper mines, which are 225. And what's the maximum number we can squeeze here? I think it's gonna go 1, 2, 3. We could go 3 copper mines straight up. After that, we could do with some gemstone mines. But looking at prices, here's the main thing: show prices. Looking at no, show prices. There we go. Looking at this. You can see that copper, like luxury goods, it's tempting to go for luxury goods, but look, they only sell for 150 here. Whereas copper actually sells for 185, which is insane because it requires no processing and it's just much easier. So selling copper 185, it's just like less than chariots, I think, and weapons, and we can't sell weapons on this map. So we don't produce wood, so we can't really do chariots because importing wood would be super expensive, 225. Copper is literally the best thing we could sell right now. And we can sell 2 shields worth? Yeah, we can sell 2 shields worth of copper. So that's the direction we're gonna go. I think I might want to go straight up more into... We could fit quite a few copper mines. 2 shields, that's gonna be 1,500, I think. 4 copper mines should do it. Right, 4 copper mines should do it, and we just gotta wait for people to move in. Actually, employment seems okay. I'm not sure if this is gonna be stable as... If the walker goes this way, they might not pass those houses. So I think just as a precaution for now, I'll put down some houses right there. Okay, so that looks good. Let's make sure disease doesn't strike the city. I'm gonna put down a physician right there. Just make sure that block is safe at least. This block, I'd like to not rely on a house right here. And actually, we might be able to get away with not having a house right there. Well, I'll see if this actually stabilizes. But there we go. We are feeding these, and they need access to local religious facilities, and Ra is our patron god. So let's just drop a temple to Ra right there. Okay, good, good. So this is looking pretty good. How are the gods feeling right now? They're all apathetic. A temple to Ra should help these houses evolve, bringing in even more people. These meager shanties should evolve even further. And look, we are actually feeding the people quite okay. These 3 hunting lodges are doing their job. Copper is already starting to come in. Okay, so we're gonna need a dock set up right there. Let's just make sure the dock is working so that when we open the trade route, it's immediately functional. And once we get a stock of copper... Oh, there is some loss of employees, huh? Is there any way I could link this up at all? No, I think I just have to put down 2 that kind of sucks. Unless instead of putting down houses... Oh, that temple really shouldn't be there. Instead of putting down houses, this might not be the most efficient way of doing things. 1, 2. 1, 2. Well, that's actually a bit further out. I kind of need the road to do this. Which does touch that temple, which is bad. I'm gonna have to move that temple. We are in debt right now. Okay. But if I hook this road... your loyal nomarchs donate all the demon they could spare, and we're actually fine. Okay. But if I have this road do this instead, it's now a loop, right? It's now a loop. So they'll always pass those two houses. And this is a bit of a waste, but I'm gonna move this temple. I have to. Actually, no, I don't have to. I'll just leave it there, and I'll delete it later when I'm richer. Let's not waste it. Let's not waste it. Let's put this here instead. We'll have 2 temples to Ra because... Let's make sure Ra doesn't curse us. Trade is very important. So now that this is a loop, the walkers will always pass those houses right there. Okay, that looks much better. Copper's coming in nicely as well. Food's going out. This is just desirability issues. Do we have employment problems? If we do, I'll just put down gardens or something. You know, let's put a statue. There's one antelope that's trapped in there, which I'm not sure if there's going to be an issue with this hunting. There's an antelope right there. How did it get in there? Oh, well, that involves all of those houses. Look at that. Very nice. Okay. So now... Yeah. I guess we open up the trade route with the money we have right now to start selling copper. Let's just open the trade route. We won't go into debt yet. And we can now export all the copper. Sell all the copper we can. And where does the trade boat come from? I hope it's here. I just hope I don't have to deal with that. Because if it spawns here... I mean, you can't really put the industry... Unless the dock is... No, there's no proper... You can't really have a dock here, can you? Where does the... Oh, it does come from up here! Yes! Oh, yes, fantastic. Oh, there we go. The boat... I don't have to worry about them crashing into that. Okay, look at all that copper in as well. We've got 7 units already, and that's going to bring in a ton of money. Oh, that's actually very impressive. Okay, I think we've got something good going here. It's going to be fantastic. Great. Now, let's keep on going. I think I just expanded into the gemstone industry now, right? So let's get that going. Let's get that going. And this is looking pretty good. We've got all this copper coming in. We've got all of that going. You know, we could just put down a weaponsmith, like right here. Produce some weapons. We made quite a bit of money. We can go into debt right now, because we probably need some troops, right? So I can put down an infantry fort right here. If we produce some weapons, I put down a couple more copper mines, so that's gonna be good. I guess I go into debt to start training infantry, right? Because I was thinking of putting down archers, and it just, you know, if there's a troop request, archers aren't gonna help all that much. So I'm just gonna... What's the furthest I can squeeze this out here? Can I go there? Right there? Okay. Infantry fort down. We're in debt. But we will make that money back on the next shipment of copper. A bit of gemstone is coming in. And, yeah, I think... Maybe I put down another weaponsmith. 2 weaponsmiths? Can I fit one right there? I can fit one right there. Okay. 2 weaponsmiths. Sounds good to get all the weapons going. I don't think I can fit any more copper mines unless I expand the road out there, which I could then place 1 more copper mine. It's not really worth expanding the road right now. Okay. These trade boats come very quickly, don't they? Okay.
I can't wait to trade my supplies.
We'll be a little short on copper this time because we did just put down the weaponsmiths, but we need to get a military going. How is our employment? 11% unemployment, fantastic. I did destroy 2 houses here, by the way, because that antelope was trapped, and now it's not, which looks fantastic. And also, because I want to, I'm going to garden that up because it looks fantastic. Okay, sold a bit more copper, out of debt, no debt anniversary. And you know, if I probably should reserve the rest of this space for gemstones. I could go ahead and start a sandstone industry as well. I mean, it's cheaper to get into, but maybe it's not quite worth doing a sandstone industry for exports. How much does sandstone sell for? Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Not in the slightest. But look at all that food. If we wanted to build another housing block right here, it'll be absolutely fine. And yeah, okay. Gemstones coming in. Military will be coming in soon as well. 1 weapon stored, so weapons are going to be coming in. And I think we can now just start building up a stockpile of gemstones. Yeah, let's go into debt for this. I'm just going to go... Oh, would you look at that timing? 1,200 gems, 12 months to comply. I probably, yeah, we're in debt anyways, so let's just do that. And do I do it? Do I go for it? You know, we do have quite a bit of a stockpile of... Bam. 4 gemstone mines, rush that. We'll see if we can get that. And please, you can buy 12, right? 12 should do it, right? Yes, reset the debt anniversary. Would you look at that? 4 gemstone mines, and we're not in debt. We're gonna stock up some gemstones. We have plenty of that. I'd like to get a tax collector going, but we don't have a village palace, which, you know, I guess we could then set up gold mines, right? As our next objective, set up gold mines and a village palace right here. Get some steady stream of income. That would be nice as well. Alright, so I think that's our next objective. The next time we sell a bunch of copper, I'm gonna go ahead and set up a village palace and gold mines. And look at all those gems in the storage yard. We actually have enough to dispatch this. 1,200, fantastic. And that also now allows us to export any surplus gems, which is going to be very good. We're at 900 even right now. Lots of copper. We are actually producing enough copper to sell plenty. And because of, I don't know, a glitch or something, we sold 3,000 bits of copper instead of 2,500. So it's November now. And I could actually just go ahead and go into debt for this. I'm going to slow the game down and plan how I'm going to do this. So we could have, there's actually some hunting here. We could have a proper housing block if we so desired, which might be a good plan. So we've got ore here. I'm not sure if it's worth going for this ore for this gold mine. Probably not, but we could focus on all this gold mine here. And look at that, there's a bit of ore right there. Squeeze in another extra gold mine. We're gonna need a village, a city palace rather, which we could stick right here. But perhaps it should be a bit closer to the gold mines, right? Not too far, something like this. But I could plan like a proper housing block, if anything. So, you know, let's build a decent enough housing block that can be, it can be used for the gold mines as well. Just have a road right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Standard housing block. Let's not do anything too fancy. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're going to make it 14. Break that road. Break that road. We won't use that. Let's get a house set up right there. Houses along this road right there. We're going to put firehouse, firehouse, architect's post, and police station. And then we can just go right into debt for the rest of this, because why not? City palace. Where can I stick this? Like right there? No, that'll interfere with the gold mines. Wait, how? I'll probably need a road coming out here, right? That's the debt, yep. We'll have a road there. Let's roadblock that. And that. And we can have the city palace. You know, how far is it for these immigrants? Let's make sure immigrants are actually coming down this way to make sure nothing burns down. Yep, immigrants are coming down. There we go. And I'll leave a little bit of a gap there. No, actually... yeah, just one tile gap right there. Yeah, that's fine. That's gonna go right there, and we're gonna have a road do something like this. We're gonna need this, and we're gonna need that, and we don't need that bit of road, right? So it's gonna look like that, and we can then just have gold mines set up right here. One. The positioning of things here is a little awkward, but I think it's fine. Gonna have that, and we're gonna need firehouse and architect's post like this. And that is gonna go up like that, then back down like that, I think. Right? Because gold mines... let me look at the positioning of things here. Yeah, we could have another gold mine there, and another one right there. So we will actually need the road to extend like that. And that's the first set of gold mines, and everything should be fine. Yes, yes, okay, good. And this house right here should move in first. That puts us massively in debt, but once we hit the new year, we're gonna make back so much money. And we have actually set up our first gold industry, which is gonna be very good. Look at that. Gold is gonna start flowing into the coffers. Well, maybe it's more of a trickle right now. It's going to trickle into the coffers, but look at all of this copper set up. Here comes the first trade boat of January. Watch how much money this makes me. We're currently minus 2,800. Please just grab a bunch of copper. Bam. 1,800. It's just 1,000. Look, grab some gemstones as well. Look at that. We're hardly in debt anymore. Off you go. Wait for the next boat.
What a bountiful journey.
Look at that. Selling gemstones and copper right now. Military is looking okay as well. 1,000 people now call your city home. Let's have a look at the gods. They're displeased and sympathetic. Ra actually kind of likes me. And gold can start trickling in. Yes, fantastic. Ooh, alert your soldiers, for the Egyptian army is engaged in combat at the distant city of Gaza and requires you to dispatch reinforcements there. Send troops to their aid within 13 months. How big of an invasion are we talking about? A small force, 12 months. Huh, okay. A small force means I do need at least, like, 2 forts. But I would also like an academy. Ooh, I just want to build so many things, I just don't have the money. I think it'll be more important to get troops, right? So I'm gonna put down another infantry fort. And maybe up the number of weaponsmiths, right? That sort of makes sense. You know, yeah, let's just stay in debt for this for now, shall we? Let's put, because this is using up weapons really fast. Let's double up the weaponsmiths for now. And I won't put down a fort until that is filled up, because there's no point. Okay, that seems good. Let's just wait for this next trade boat to drop on by. I sent the 1,200 gems to Rawarity, requested become more popular, okay. Just buy some stuff, there we go. Now we can go back into a debt, with, where is it, Academy. Do I stick it right there? Do I stick it right here? Can't put it right there. I'll put it right here for, I don't really want to, you know, it would fit perfectly there, but I put a weaponsmith there sillily. You know, I'm just gonna move it. Move that. Put a weaponsmith right there. Put the academy right there. Train up those troops. And I have reset my debt anniversary, so let's just go another infantry fort right now. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. Good. Good. Okay. Just sped through that, but I think that should be pretty good. How is our employment, by the way? 14% unemployment. We did put down quite a few houses on that far side there. They don't even have water. How the gods feeling? Okay. So yeah, now that's pretty much all the military we can do for now for that request. Plenty of food, by the way. This, no workers live nearby. Let's get, there we go. That should help with unemployment. Yep, 7%, fantastic. And now as we go along, we just add on gold mines. Right? Good. Let's get out of our debt anniversary and build up the gold mines. And would you look at that, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gold mines dumping gold into our palace here. And we actually have no unemployment, interestingly enough, because we actually built up quite a few things. We're way overproducing copper, we're out of debt. We have an okay looking force. I don't know if it's going to be enough. We've got 2 months to dispatch this. And they are... That one's skilled. This one is not, because all of the new troops have gone into this one, so that's not actually academy trained. I don't know if we can actually do this, but it's January now. In February we have to send off our troops, and since we're overproducing copper, I'm actually going to now... We are producing more weapons than required, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this and this. Yeah, we have to dispatch this now, right? Yeah. Oh wait, we gotta set this. Kingdom service, that's the best we can do. It's probably not gonna be enough, but dispatch now, off you go, that's the best. And I'm also gonna get rid of 1 copper mine so that I can now increase our gemstone mines by 2. Oh, we actually can't fit a gemstone mine there. Right, because, let's see. Copper mine can go there, back again. Can I remove one of these other ones for a gemstone mine? Perhaps this one. Let's try that. Gemstone mine. There we go, there we go. Ore does not actually count towards placing gemstones. Okay, a few more houses are in. They need desirability to evolve, so let's just squeeze in another couple of houses there. Let's get a row of gardens. Just a single row. I like how gardens look. Let's just boost that up a little bit. More money has come in. I probably should use that to boost maybe more infantry. Employees needed. Okay, don't worry about that. Can I fit this here? Another infantry fort, I think, to train up as our troops are gone and away. Yeah, let's do that. Just slightly into debt, but don't worry. We have all these gold mines topping off our coffers. And, you know... you guys could do with a water supply. Oh. The gods. Destroys your best company of soldiers and raises their fort. What does that mean for the invasion? How interesting. Huh. I wonder if they still count. Well, I suppose we'll find out. Right? Meanwhile, we probably need to, like, do some temples, right? Let's use this housing block over here to do some temples. Osiris, Ptah, and Set. Just make sure there is actually some temples going. We probably should dump some money into some shrines as well, yeah? Let's go... Osiris, Bra, and we can go Ptah and Set. Okay. I do wonder how that's going to affect things, right? I do wonder. Now, a lot of fire dudes are going to start walking over that way. Let's make sure nothing burns down. These guys aren't walking over, okay. So they're going to put out that fire. Okay, nope, no problem, no problem. I suppose if we fail to save that invasion, things will still generally be fine. Oh, I hate when this happens. The victorious soldiers are home from the war. Oh, that was quick. Their numbers might be reduced somewhat since they left, but their comrades' sacrifice was for the good of Egypt. Okay, now let's try and make sure things don't burn down, please. Right? Just don't burn. Flames. Okay. That's not so good. Let's make sure that doesn't burn. This storage yard is gonna burn, isn't it? I hate it when this happens, but please just spawn a fireman. Spawn a fireman. Yes! Yes, we did it. Okay, congratulations everyone. I hate it when that happens. The fort being destroyed was not so much of a problem. The firemen rushing off to solve the fire was a problem. Okay, and I think... There we go. Fire's back to normal. We can go back to normal firemen. Okay, there we go. Ah, okay. How are the gods feeling now? They should be getting slightly happier, I guess. Let's just put down... How much are temple complexes, by the way? We can put 3,000. We could put a temple complex to each god. And that will keep them permanently happy, which would be nice. How many people are we short by? 40. Okay, more people are moving on down there. Should be fine. This is now cleared off. We can go ahead and replace that fort of infantries. Go back into debt for that. It is May. How are our exports standing right now? Pretty good, pretty good. So we've upped our gemstone production. We're gonna make sure our copper production also stays on top of things. It seems like we are overproducing weapons, which is good, so we're going as fast as we can for replacing our military. And yeah, okay. Let's keep going. I'd like to just get 4 temple complexes, really, to make sure I never have to worry about the gods. And there we go, I took the plunge, put a bunch of gold mines right here. Because you know how I like gold mines. Ah, look at that. That's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gold mines. It's gonna take a hit on employment, but I put down another row of houses right here. And, well, I'm not sure if employment's gonna be stable, just going over all the way down here to that house right there. We'll see if it does actually work. It might not. Perhaps I could make this a little bit more stable if this road crossed over here instead. And I didn't actually have... Oh, that's actually... That won't work. This has to go like that, doesn't it? Right? Yeah, it has to do that. Okay, well, we'll see how stable that is. I could always just put down another couple houses just to keep that going, I guess. Yeah, it's fine. Because I mainly want to get that temple complex, and I keep forgetting, you can only build 1 temple complex, right? And I was looking through the help files for temple complexes. Let's see, where is it? Religion, temples and shrines. Temple complex to Osiris is actually very, very interesting here because grants the priests of Osiris the power to stretch the city's supplies of food and goods as priests of Osiris walk through your city. The people in the houses they pass are suddenly satisfied with less. And regrowth of trees, which isn't so useful, but here, increase the rate at which prey animals reproduce and improves the yields from fishing and hunting. So, a temple complex to Osiris is very, very good because we are going for 10,000 people, and there's not much farming to be had on this map. So perhaps a temple complex to Osiris would actually solve that problem, and I have just the spot for it right here. Temple complex, Osiris. This is not the most efficient placement of it, but it is gonna look good because I can just place this temple complex right down right here. Bam. Don't worry about going into debt. This is gonna look fantastic, and I have this road extending out like that. Actually, I don't want that road extending out like that. I want a road extending out somewhere along here for some hunting and stuff so we could feed these houses. Is there actually any way I could do this properly? Yeah, I'm gonna need like a house right there, right? Gonna need a house right there, and we could have this road come out like this, like that, and we roadblock right here. And then we can have access to a nice hunting area right here to feed these houses. Please tell me a granary fits somewhere here. It will. Okay, but I have to move those two. Okay. And just so you know why I did the road like that, I want it to look like that because I love putting a single row of gardens around these temple complexes because it just looks really nice. Look at that. It just looks really nice. Just adds to the effect, right? Bam. I'm not even looking at money anymore because we are actually making plenty. Okay. And you know, I know this is going to be a problem. So there's a physician for that house. Okay. That kind of sucks having that one house there, but it's just going to stabilize everything, isn't it? All right, let's put down that granary right there. Let's make sure this road is cleared. Let's make sure we have firehouse and architect's post set up here. And we can actually get some hunting going. Right here. Not farm. Hunting lodge. 1, 2. And that's actually going to be fine. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Let's move the water supply over to this side, because we kind of need a market, or rather a bazaar on this side. Bazaar. Bam. What was that? I just skipped through that. Distant battle. 13 months. Send troops. Okay. Let's just make sure how big this is. A small force in 12 months, and I think we already have enough troops to deal with it, but I'm gonna let it run. And this bazaar, just buy game meat for now, and that will feed this block, increasing our population further, which we are short by 72 employees because of all of these gold mines, but we need the employees to make money, so not having enough people working in the gold mines, it's actually fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's just make sure military is actually prioritized here, to make sure it is the industry and commerce that takes the hit. Yeah, there we go. There, that looks good. Okay, could we evolve these further? Yeah, we could evolve these further with entertainment, I guess. If I... How is this? Yeah, that roadblock needs to be there, so I can clear that out and put a pavilion right there. Right? So that we can then have a juggler's school and a conservatory, which I will just place for here right now. And if there are no walker glitches, which there may or may not be, this will actually work. If there are walker glitches, I'm gonna have to rearrange these roads a little bit or something. Why is that almost burning down? There we go. Okay. Okay, so all of that looks nice, and let's keep on going. Oh, what's this? Oh, great Pharaoh Games Act to satisfy the citizens' needs. The city of Wast requests that you send 1,000 pouches of luxury goods in 9 months. Huh, okay. And I'm back in debt, but don't worry, we got all these gold mines going. And also I'm just rearranging things here because there was a bit of an employment problem, so I'm putting a house right there. Now, how many luxury goods do I currently have? I have 800. Okay, I guess I could boost up the production of this a little bit, right? If I just, I don't know, I'm currently short on employees by about 100 actually. Maybe I just squeeze in a few more houses there, you know? I'm going to be evolving these houses as well, but I had to rearrange this because food was not really working properly. And also, I do have this temple complex, and I could put the Altar of Sebek and Oracle of Min. Now, what do those do again? Temple complex to Osiris. The Altar of Sebek is stretch the city supplies of food and goods. As priests of Osiris walk through your city, the people in the houses they pass are suddenly satisfied with less. That's really, really good. Oracle of Min, God of Regeneration. Increase the rate at which prey animals reproduce and improves the yield from fishing and hunting. I want both of these. Those are both amazingly good. Okay, so Temple Complex, they 1,300 each. You know what? I don't care. Bam. Get it down. Temple Complex, Oracle of Min. Yep, in debt. Bam. Let's do that. So now hunting is going to be super viable. Do they actually respawn faster now? I assume they do, right? I don't really look at the spawn rates of antelope. But I'm guessing they respawn faster. Right? Maybe? I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, we're back into debt. Not to worry about that. Looks like more people are going to be moving in over there. And we should be getting... Is that... Oh, that house just moved in there. Okay, that should solve the employment problem of this row right here, I think. Right? Okay. Now, how many months do we have for this? Small force will attack in 9 months. That's in 8 months. So everything seems to be going a-okay. And I think we're just gonna feed up some areas and make some money, and then we can really start developing. We do have some monuments to go, and we should get those started. Ah, well, here's another request. The people of Menat Khufu are losing hope. A famine has struck 2,400 game meat in 6 months. I do have quite a bit stockpiled here, but let's... the battle for Gaza rages on. 6 months for the troops there. Okay, lots of requests, lots of requests. Let's see. 4 months for that. 2,400 game meat. You know, I could just drop a storage yard right there. Set this to accepting nothing but game meat. That should stockpile up pretty quick. But I suppose I could speed that along with hunting lodge, like right there. And I could also put down another jeweler right here, just to boost up our luxury goods production a tiny bit. So we'll see if that gets us enough food stockpiled here. There is a lot just sitting in these 400 units, 400 units. That's 2,400 is a lot though. It is a lot. Maybe I could just speed it along, right? Make sure food production, yeah, it's just industry and commerce that's taking a hit right now. We have another house that moved in there, which is good. You know, I'm just gonna double up the gardens right here. Make sure these houses evolve. There we go. And also, these houses on this side have been provided with entertainment, which... oh, no workers live nearby. Really? They don't reach that, I guess? If I put another firehouse and architects... Oh, no, they're working. They're working, okay. Perhaps I'll just put a house right there as well. That should still be in range, but okay, there we go. 1,000 luxury goods for that. Let's dispatch that. 4 months for the small force. We have 400 game meat in the storage yards. I'm letting my military build up quite a bit, but look at that. Money is just going to start flowing in here. And with that Osiris temple complex and all of those altars, look how fast this comes in. Jeez, that's so quick. We have 1,500 already. I mean, this area was being fed with just 2. Now, with the temple complexes, it's going to be even better. So we're now at 1,700. That's going to... 1,000... Wow. This is amazing. Really? It's that fast? We're just 100 short, and that should fill up any second here. Right? There we go. They process it so quickly. And there we go. Let's dispatch that. Okay. We don't need these two anymore. Okay, so now we're gonna start, perhaps, you know, I'm gonna replace one more of these copper mines with a gemstone mine, because we are gonna start producing some luxury goods which we can sell if we so desire to Mennefer. Roarty does not buy that, so that's fine. So we could just produce a bit more luxury goods, right? Should be fine, should be fine. Okay, now let's not miss this. Dispatch a small force in 3 months. I'll keep that going. I will make sure this is on Kingdom service, and we'll dispatch that soon. Meanwhile, this block has evolved quite nicely to ordinary cottages. That house over there, I really don't like it being like that, but I'm gonna just leave it for now. 6% unemployment, very good. Tons and tons of money. Okay, so let me slow the game down and let's spend some money, right? With all this money, we could easily just boost up everything. So we have this water crossing here, and we could definitely get I think I'm just gonna go ahead and build just spend all this money and build a nice big housing block right here, and also figure out these monuments: mausoleum, medium mud brick pyramid, and small mud brick pyramid. They're gonna need bricks, which we do have brickworks, which we're gonna need around here somewhere, because we will need to import straw, which comes from a land trade route. Oh, would you look at that? A land trade route. We could also start pottery exports to make even more money. Okay, I'm gonna set up a housing block here, get some straw imports going, brick production going. So pottery, bricks, straw, housing block, all right here. It'll be fantastic. And there we go. We've got 1 month to send our troops, and we've got pretty much as many troops as we can, considering one of our forts did burn down. But let's dispatch all of that. Off they go. Boom, they're gone. Okay, how are the gods feeling, by the way? Ra is still displeased, but it's okay. But look at what I've done here with the money we're now streaming in. I'm just waiting for these people to move in, and they should be on the way pretty soon. Yep, I did place these houses down in an order that makes sense. And you know, let's go ahead and get Ra happy by doing that. That should work, right? Yeah, that should be fine. You know, let's do the same over here. Let's make sure Ra is super pleased. I don't think Osiris can be unhappy with us anymore at this point because we do have the temple complex. There we go. So I placed the houses in the order I wanted them to move in, so you can see they'll move into these outer ones first, then the inner ones, and I suppose we could get a water supply going as well while we're at it. So let's go ahead and put that down there, and this down here. Okay, that looks good, that looks good. Once these houses, this house here will move in, and we can set up a pottery industry here on this third hut. You see I went for the heart block design, which I do like to go for. And I like to just back this up with some gardens. It looks really nice. There we go, there we go. I like the garden effect. And these guys should move in there. So with all of this new people moving in, it should be, yeah, there we go. Let's slow the game down, and we're now going to go all in on some industries. So let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clay pits. That's the max from this right here. Okay. We're also gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want some surplus of clay, but let's go 6 of these. Storage yard right there, and we are going to set this to accepting half pottery and half clay. Actually, no. Let's keep things a little bit separate here. This is just for pottery. Okay, that's good. We're gonna have another storage yard right here and here. This is going to be for clay. Accept that. This is going to be for straw. Where's straw? Straw is right there. And we're going to have another storage yard right here for bricks, right? So where's bricks? Bricks. And we're also going to open that trade route to Abu, the land trade route, because they do sell straw. Let's open that. Yes, visit overseer. Then we could start importing straw. Where is it? Let's see, let's import to maintain, well, we could do with a lot, I guess. Just import as much as we can. One storage yard can hold how much? 3,600, right? I think. We can also export any surplus clay, so we can export whenever it's over 800, I guess. And we can export any pottery that we have surplus as well when it's over 1,600. No, whenever we just have a bit of surplus pottery. You know, we probably want a lot of pottery, right? So let's just increase the amount of pottery we can store. Just to make sure we always have a stockpile there. And we only export pottery when we have a surplus beyond a max storage yard. We don't need the money right now. Yeah. 8, 16, 24, 32. That's 3,200, not 3,600. Where is it? That. 3,200. And for the straw, import to maintain 3,200. There we go. Okay, so then we can have the brickworks, which will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? That 6 pottery workshops, 6 brickworks to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's only 5 clay pits right now. Maybe we just knock this back a bit. So it's 5, 5, 5. That makes sense. Okay, let's speed the game up. Let all of these people move in. Look at that. That's going to take up a lot of employment, but all these people moving in is going to be very, very important. We also need a food source, by the way, so let's plan for that. 1, 2, that's employees needed. 1, 2, 3. Victorious soldiers are home from the war. Fantastic. Heroes return. Kingdom standing climbs for the 1,000 pouches of luxury goods. Fantastic. And the 2,400 portions of game we sent to Menat Khufu. Kingdom rating has risen. Wow, everyone's gonna love us. Look at that, kingdom rating 52. That's after we actually had a debt anniversary. Now, We do need a pavilion somewhere along these lines, but I think I'm just gonna have a road cross there, have a road block there and there. We're gonna need a granary, maybe between these two blocks. That's kind of ugly. Let's not do that. Let's extend the road out this way. And then we could just roadblock here. Have the granary set up over down this way. So these hearts are joined by food. And we have... It's not the best setup, but I guess firehouse, architect's post, and, you know, let's just go 4 hunting lodges. You know, 5 hunting lodges, just to make sure things work appropriately. How many people are we short by? Just 54, surprisingly. I would have thought it would be more than that. Okay, so all these people are moving in. Okay, they're gonna evolve further. The water source should be fine, yes. Alright, so all of this is looking very, very nice. Let's not forget the physicians while we're at it. Physician, physician. We also want a temple to Osiris at each of these, because an Osiris temple is going to help reduce what these houses need from the resources, which is very, very important. Now, these water crossings are now functioning, so all of these hunters are going to cross over to this side and hunt from here, and it shouldn't be a problem because there's a lot of surplus. So one big... Let me just speed this up to see how it actually works. Do the hunters go one by one? Are they already on the way back? Alright, they're bringing some antelope back. Now, I don't know how much... 400, that's quite a lot. That's quite a lot per trip. So once we stockpile some, I can just start feeding all of this. And I think it should be fine because with the Osiris blessings and the hunting blessings, it's producing a lot. Wow, look at that. Yeah, okay, so this should be very much viable. Okay, straw has come in. Bricks are going to start producing here. All right, looks good, looks good. Next up, we just got to get... Look at our money. Jeez. 11,000. Well, now I think on this mission, I always say this, but I think we have infinite money. I'm just gonna say that right now. I think we have infinite money. All right, let's keep going and figure out where we're going to put our monuments. And also, look at that, no employment problems. Ah, fantastic. Oh, would you look at that? Because your troops helped win the day at Gaza, Egypt has successfully conquered the renowned city of Gaza, expanding our influence still further. Very good. So I assume Gaza might end up as a trade route, maybe? Where is Gaza? There it is. Gaza right there. Maybe opening up as a trade route. Meanwhile, food just streamed in here. I put down 2 bazaars. I'll be working soon to feed these guys to get even more employees. The brickworks is... We need more clay, actually. Lots of potteries come in, but we do actually need more clay. And I'm not sure if I could make this work any better. I mean... the spacing of things is a little tricky. You know, it wouldn't be the worst thing if I did that, and then I just roadblocked that. And I just put some clay pits here. You know, it's not the worst thing. As long as I compensate for it. You know, I do have a lot of shrines and stuff. I could just surround them by gardens. And I could, you know, I have plenty of money. Let's plaza up the hearts, you know? Let's plaza up the hearts. Plaza it all up. Bam, there we go. Get that tile right there. There we go. Make sure we didn't miss anything. Nope. Plaza that one. Okay, got all of them. Yes, fantastic. We plazaed up the hearts, which looks nice. You know, we should probably plaza up all of our residential blocks. You know, the one over here as well. Plaza that up. Plaza up this road as well. There we go. Looks nice. Looks nice. We can plaza there as well, since we do have a house there. Okay, okay. So we got a couple extra clay pits there because we are actually short on clay. Maybe it's too much pottery? I don't know. Maybe it's too much pottery. then I feel like we should be producing that much pottery. But we're at 3,000 people for the first time in history. Food has actually maxed out here. We just gotta wait for it to be distributed. But besides that, you can see I spammed all these shrines as well. So some of the gods were a little unhappy, but I think they're gonna be fine since we put so many shrines. How many shrines do we have now? 21, 19, 19, 3 for Osiris, but Osiris is never unhappy because of the temple complex. Fantastic. Alright, so now it is just the monuments. Let me have a look. We have a mausoleum, we have a medium mud brick pyramid, and we have a small mud brick pyramid. So I assume we're gonna need to either be... I'll probably need these bricks, and I'll probably need sandstone as well. Sandstone, we're gonna need some rocks to really mine it out. I guess we could put a sandstone industry like right here, but it's kind of inconvenient. There's a bit of rock down there. Or I could try... that's not really a good spot either. You know, where do I put a sandstone industry? I assume we do need sandstone and stuff. Let's see, you'll need 240 blocks of sandstone to begin this project. You need peasant labor to begin this project. Okay, so for the mausoleum, we do need 240 blocks of sandstone straight up, but I don't think it needs to be delivered. So if that's the case, all I need is a house, which we can. How do I want to do this? Raw materials, sandstone quarry. We could produce a lot of sandstone very quickly if I do this. If I just spam these up. That's probably overkill, right? And if I just do this, we could very easily get a bunch of sandstone very, very quickly. House, firehouse, architect's post, police station for aesthetics, and physician, before I forget. Bam. Then we're just gonna need storage yard, storage yard, storage yard, storage yard, storage yard. No floods, that's okay, we're not farming, okay. So then we just allow this to accept only sandstone. There we go, we have a sandstone industry put down, at least. This is probably gonna kill my employment a little bit, but we are gonna be feeding those people very soon. So, yeah, these people are gonna be moving in very soon. We just need to get entertainment going, which... how do I make that work? Is there a way I could make this look nicely? Pavilions. You know, there's no real proper way of doing it, right? You kind of just have to put the pavilion down and hope it actually has things that spawn correctly, right? So I guess I will just go ahead and... we need that, and we're gonna need... Is there a way of me doing this nicely? Do I even need this road like that? If I just shifted that road and had this do that instead, and then I break this road, get rid of that, and I roadblock this, and I get rid of that road. No, don't get rid of that, get rid of that, put that roadblock right there, and then we go... Pavilion, and do that, and then I could put down Juggler School and Conservatory right here, get entertainment going, get those evolved further. We actually have 8% unemployment, which when these houses move in, that should change significantly. Look at that, all of that just bam, working. No employment problems, really? All this sandstone's just gonna start flooding in, which would be... there we go, employees needed. How many? Did I overdo it? No, actually, it's fine. It's fine. We're just short by a little bit. I love having infinite money. Look at that, bricks are streaming in as well. We could have another storage yard for bricks right here, just to make sure we can actually stockpile plenty. Okay, pottery is streaming in as well. kind of need more clay, but those two are definitely helping, right? It's definitely helping. Yeah. 6,400 gems, 5 months to comply. Well, I might miss that one. Jeez. That's a lot of gems. Perhaps if I just... 6,400 gems is a lot of gems. If I just do this, and where's gems? Gems. Stop exporting them. It's 2 storage yards full of gems. Right? Wait, no, it says extortion by another city. Oh, because Tyre lusts... I misread this. I didn't read it. Because Tyre lusts for glory. The city of Tyre demands that you send 6,400 gems in 5 months. If you deny the request, Tyre will send its armies against your fair city. I assume this is like how it is before. And that we just ignore them and an invasion happens somewhere else, not at my city, right? So, let's just return to exporting gems. There we go. And perhaps instead, I just up the number of infantry forts I have. Right? Do we have... Oh, we don't have enough weapons stored. We actually need more weapon makers. So I guess, let's speed that up a bit. And put down a weaponsmith there. And, you know, let's put down 2 weaponsmiths right there. We have plenty of copper. Let's get more weapons going into our recruiter, because apparently we're not training soldiers as fast as possible. Okay, so there we go. We have been feeding this area very nicely, fantastic, and food supplies seem to be pretty stable. Yeah, lots of food left. Oh, I actually really like the Osiris Temple Complex. And, right, I still haven't figured out where I want to put this. I guess I just put them here, right? Near the bricks. Sandstone, if we do have to shift it, it's not too far. Labor, bricks. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put the 3 monuments around here in a nice area, nice arrangement. No housing can go here anyway. It's close enough to the trade, so if we do need to do anything, we could just shift it over from there. And it's very close to the bricks. Right? Right, okay. So I'm gonna figure out how to arrange the 3 monuments right here in this area. Would you look at that little layout I've done there? Ah, fantastic. Now I can't put down the mausoleum, but I've made a space for it. And I need 240 blocks of limestone for that. But look at this middle road here. I'm gonna do like this. Actually, that kind of looks nicer than this. I was planning to do 2x2s like that, but since this actually... Ooh, can I not do that? Oh, it won't... Ah, I see. I can't quite do a... Actually, this is fine. This is fine. It'll be a 2x2 plaza. I've never done this kind of decoration before. That costs 2,200. You know, let's just do single rows for now. And then when I fill that up, it does auto. Yeah, okay. So now let's put down the monuments we can. The medium mud brick pyramid goes right here. The small mud brick pyramid goes right here. And remember, gardens do block access to workers, so let's not mess that up. And now that that's there, do we have any unemployment? We actually have no unemployment, so I gotta start evolving these houses. And since pottery is actually sort of filled out here... Oh, food is actually struggling, it seems, a little bit, maybe. I might need a bit more hunting going on. But to speed things up, you know, I'm just gonna remove that, extend this road a little bit. You know, it'll make it easier if I did actually have a storage yard right here getting the pottery, just to bring it on over. Just get a quarter to make sure things don't have to go too far. And let's boost up the hunting just a little bit, and then we can put down the firehouse and the architect's post. That should deal with the food problem and also the pottery problem. And yeah, once food is stabilized, I'll tell those bazaars to go buy that pottery. And Unless it might actually be easier to just have a separate bazaar placed right here, set to only buying pottery. That actually makes a lot more sense. All right, we don't have to stress the bazaars, but also I've also put a second dock right here, and keep in mind there's no road connection between these two areas. So this dock can just import the limestone. It doesn't confuse the system over here, and so all the copper buying trade ships are still going there. And yeah, all right. So all of this is looking nice. That is gonna run out soon. Now we need to get some work camps going, just to get this stuff started, right? I'm gonna put down like 2 work camps just to get these pyramids digging. Meanwhile, over on this side, we're probably stocking up on sandstone very, very quickly. How much do we have? 37. It can hold 8, 16, 24, 32. 32 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We probably need more storage yards, don't we? Right? We will need more storage yards. Let me just scatter these houses a bit there. Make room for a storage yard right here. And yeah. We're gonna need a lot of room for that. We need how much to place it down? 240? Now that's a lot, but we'll stock that up very quickly, and as the sandstone goes down, the work camps can go up. You can see we've started on these, looking very, very nice, and 24 months left for that. Yeah, that's fine. You know, let's go ahead and get this sort of set up as well. I want this road to do that, I want this road to do that, so we have this road going all the way around, and beautification, gardens. Don't fill it up completely because it can mess up the walker paths a little bit. You want some gaps just to make sure. I have blocked things off with gardens before. You have to be very careful about that. But there we go. Looks nice, looks nice. And if we have the money, which I think we do, I'll just plaza this up while I have the chance. Plaza all the way around there. Okay. And I'm just not going to plaza in the middle because that's rather expensive. Ah, the monuments are on the way. They're going to look fantastic once they're built. I've decorated them beautifully. Just enough room for another row of gardens on the outside, which will be great. And these houses finally evolved, making room for a lot more with pottery. Okay, what do they need now? Beer? Okay, beer is another issue entirely. Ah, would you look at that? Because the foreign city of Gaza has been subjugated by our troops, a new trade route to Tyre can now be opened. So Tyre, okay. It wasn't Gaza, it was Tyre. Where is Tyre? Oh, right there. Okay, they sell incense. What is the purpose of this trade route? We can already get incense from Planet at a much lower cost. Huh? Well, okay. That's something, I guess. That's something. Is this actually progressing? I'm not too sure, but well, hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. Well, money is going along quite nicely. I put down another clay pit right there. Food should be stabilizing a little bit over here. Pottery has been brought into that side, which means I can now set this to buying pottery. Or should I just, like the other side, put down a bazaar just for goods and not food? It's probably a good idea to have this sort of separation. That's just going to buy pottery and it can get it straight from there rather than walking all the way over there, which is very important. And also I just realized I didn't really roadblock this off properly. There we go. Okay, and you know what? Let's give these guys dances. Just because we can. And it's also our most evolved block. How is this doing, by the way? I haven't really looked over to this side. You know, I could probably evolve this area too. The bazaar is there. Could I squeeze something in here? You know, there's plenty of food. If I just move this hunting lodge to there, extend this road by 1, get rid of that hunting lodge, put down a storage yard right here instead, set this to getting pottery. Just a bit. We could set this bazaar to buying pottery and evolve these houses too. That will be good. By the way, I just realized I'm not really taxing anyone, so let's tax people. Tax collector. Tax collector. Tax collector. Am I taxing here? I'm not. Tax collector. There we go. Now we've taxed people. Let's put that there, not here. There we go. Now we're taxing people, even though our tax rate is at... Oh no, I thought I lowered this. Let's just drop it to 4%. And that should... Did I put a tax? I did, yes. Okay. Limestone's coming in, that's going to be very important. Bricks have actually stockpiled up quite nicely. It seems like that third clay pit over on that side is actually filling this stuff up quite nicely. And in case there is any more room, I would like another brickworks going, just to see. If there's any surplus clay, I'd like it in brickworks. Okay. How is our employment? No employment problems. No, let's just drop another couple work camps to deal with that. Okay. How are the gods feeling? All congenial. Very nice. Let's beautify this area here. Let's beautify that area there. Get these houses evolved a little bit. A couple extra work camps should speed things along. Lots of pottery going around. There should be one cart pusher going across. There they are. There they are. They're going to get pottery. In case you didn't know, you don't need road connections between storage yards. And now let's beautify this. Cost 1,000. Why not? We have infinite money, as I said. These monuments are gonna look great. You know, employees needed, that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and garden up the outside. Now, remember, leave gaps. Leave gaps. Don't do it all quite yet. This is a very easy way to seal in your monuments and then nothing gets done. Let's open that up. Open that up. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So that's gonna be our monument setup. Very nice, right? I like it. Okay. This is actually full. Fantastic. We could probably start selling luxury goods, actually. If I open up this water trade route, they do sell papyrus. Let's open this water trade route. You know, let's start selling luxury goods when it is over like 2,400. If we have, just in case a request does come through, we could sell any surplus luxury goods. Yeah, that should be good. Just to boost our income a bit more, even though we don't really need it. Ah, fantastic. You know, we could probably have a storage yard somewhere over here. Where's the bazaar? There? You know, it's not the best thing to put a storage yard right here, but if I did this, I could easily bring pottery over this side as well and evolve these houses. By pottery 2. Okay. Look at that. This area has evolved as well. Nicely done. I'm just gonna garden this up. Yeah. Why did that become a 3x3 but this didn't? Oh well. Ah, heart blocks looking nice. And finally we're cracking through the surface. I was worried that it wasn't gonna do that, but there we go. Cracking through the surface. They always draw a heart for some reason. But, yeah, looking good, looking good. Monuments are finally on the way. Population 4,000. We're going to be approaching 5,000, which is only half our target. But with Osiris temples reducing the amount of goods these houses need, that's actually going to help immensely. Oh, great Pharaoh, Gamers Act. To satisfy citizens' needs, the city of Abu requests that you send 3,100 ingots of copper. Well, we have that much, so help yourself. Yeah, that's fine. Also, over on this side, I decided hunting is just not stable enough right now, so I'm going to be putting on all these farms. Go ahead, go get started on farming. Floods will always be nice because we have a temple complex to Osiris, and I can just clear off all of this. I set this to accepting figs as well, so we will be able to store that in there. And we already have all these work camps going and that being dug out, so getting these farms going will actually not be a problem. Harvest is in June, so this first harvest will not be the best harvest, but it will probably soften the blow of the first feeding. And you can see I split up the roads of where these farms are crossing, because you don't want this farm here to walk all the way along here to exit there, because then the flood might come in and kill him. So don't do that. We're also selling a few extra luxury goods here, you can see. Gemstones actually filled up the storage yard. Okay, okay. Weapons are stored up very nicely. You know, we could probably... I kind of want to save this spot for more... housing. So could I just put like a couple infantry forts on this side? So we have 6 total infantry forts in case of anything, you know? I could just put it like here and here. 6 infantry forts total. That'll be good, right? They're already having to walk around that side to get there, but alright, alright. Bricks are stockpiling quite nicely, so hopefully... can we import bricks at all? Does someone sell bricks? Because if we could... Oh yeah, Wast. No, that's clay. Thought that was bricks. Does someone sell bricks? Because that could speed things along just a little bit. Rawarti sells bricks, but they buy this stuff. And I don't know if... can they dock here, buy stuff, then dock here, and then sell stuff? I don't know if boats can do that. I don't know. But did that boat just cross over? Maybe they can. Oh, they can. They totally can. Okay, okay. Oh, this first... Why didn't that one get a worker? Is it not properly connected by road? Oh, there we go. So, okay, so they can go from dock to dock. So if I were to, for example, hook that up and roadblock this, right? That's fine. That doesn't mess up anything. This being connected to the water crossing does not affect anything. But this can now... This dock is now connected into this area. So I could always, for example, put down... Kingdom rating has risen. I could just sort of temporarily put down like 2 storage yards here set to accepting only bricks. And I could go ahead and just import them. Right? This makes sense? Import, yeah, just tons and tons of bricks. We want lots of bricks. As many bricks as possible because we got 2 pyramids to build. Okay, so we could just import more bricks like that with these 2 docks. Yeah, it should work. It should work as intended. Now, first drop of figs is coming in. I'm not going to get rid of the hunting just yet because actually hunting is holding up. Maybe I just feed this area 2 different types of food. You know, actually... this will be accepting half, and I need to set this to getting half so that it can get from the storage yard. Right? Yes, okay. So these 2 huts, I could actually provide 2 types of food from this, and that will actually be great if it is at all possible. We'll see, because the game meat is holding up. Right? The game meat is actually holding up at this point. So if we could provide 2 types of food, that just helps with prosperity. And there's the flood. It's always going to be nice, or at least decent. We're filling that with water. And how much sandstone do we have right now? 163. Are these storage yards full? They're getting there. We need 240, so I think I need 1 more storage yard, right? So just to make room for it, I'm just going to do this. 1 more storage yard for sandstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 32. 7, 14, 21. Do I need 1 more? I think I might need 1 more. Can I make that work at all? I don't know. I think that might either be enough or a bit short. We'll find out when that storage yard fills up. Okay, so besides that, I think everything is going along quite nicely. Has all of my housing evolved over here as well with pottery? Yes, we're bringing in a bit of pottery. Ooh, looks like we're actually a little bit short on food here. So let's just boost up our... Wait, what is that? Oh, an antelope was there. I didn't realize. Let's boost up our hunting just a little bit here, and just let me make sure things are actually stable with moving over the firehouse and architect's post. There we go. And then we could put one more hunting lodge right here. There we go. That should solve the food problem over here. Evolving these houses and increasing the population probably killed the food supply a little bit. Or maybe it's just the antelope running all over the place and the hunters can't keep up. I'm not too sure. Okay. Oh wait, no, these hunters are actually running up this way. Ah, I see. That is a problem. Right? Connecting the rivers does throw off hunting. See, they're not hunting from here. You see that? Oh, that's why the food supply has dwindled here. All the hunters are now going all the way up this way and crossing the river to hunt here. That is a little annoying. Well, the only reason why I have this as a functioning crossing is because I wanted these hunters to go up there. But you know, if I did that, these hunters are now just going to go down that way instead, and that's not the worst thing. Because what these hunters are doing is even worse. Okay, there we go. Wall the hunters off, lock them in there. I can't quite do that. The only way that can work is if you wall off the actual antelope, which I can't do because I need these to be accessed from here. Okay, but killing this crossing from employment should stop these hunters crossing over. Okay, that should do. So we are having some hunting problems. You can see these hunters, they're just sort of wandering around. They walk up to the antelope, walk by, but they're not actually hunting anything. So this area is going to starve because there's literally no food coming in. I've tried connecting up to these other areas and it doesn't really do anything. I tried connecting up to these antelope, it didn't really do anything. And see, these hunters, they're all just like wandering around. They're not actually hunting anything. I mean, these guys are getting some food from the right side, but look at these hunters. They just, none of them, like that guy's got food.
There will be steaks for everyone tonight.
But the rest of these, they're just walking around. So it's very strange. So I've made a bridge connection there. But look, like they can't access these antelope. They can't access these antelope. There's only one place, I mean, a few escaped on that side. But see, this guy, you can't cross there. Okay, so maybe when there's only one source of antelope, they'll actually start hunting from here, but I don't know. Maybe the sandstone industry messed things up, but we do actually have 240. So let's go ahead and put down the mausoleum, the final monument to be placed down, right here. And by the way, just as a note, you can't rotate the mausoleum, but if you rotate the map, you actually rotate it. Look at that. Isn't that interesting? Kind of strange, right? Weird way of working, but I want it to be this way. Bam. Mausoleum down. It now needs another 256 blocks of sandstone, so we're not, we can't get rid of the sandstone industry quite yet, but at the very least we could clear off some of that. How is our employment? 6% unemployment? I guess we just put down, replace these sandstone quarries, right? There we go. So we'll continue producing sandstone. Let's break that up. We don't need so many storage yards anymore. Let's just focus it down onto these three. And see the hunters? They just hang out with the antelope, you know? They just hang out. They've made friends. They don't really want to hunt them anymore. They feel bad, you know. There's no more antelope that's accessible on the map. This area, well, it's getting figs, so that's good. We actually imported enough bricks to fill this up. You know, I guess I just put down another storage yard to fill with more bricks. Because we can. We could always put another storage yard here. Not the best for desirability, but I really want to stock up on bricks, because do you know how many bricks we need? We need 24,000 bricks there and 4,800 bricks there. The mausoleum's being dug out though, so that's cool. I don't know where these guys are getting the small bits of antelope But I think this area is successfully hunting from down this way. But this area, it's just barren. There's zero food. This area will starve. Huh. The only... I don't know. Hunting was going so well, but now it's not. I guess it's better if they can hunt from up here, right? Because removing that connection didn't allow them to hunt from here, so... Well, I guess that's the only way to do it, I guess. All this antelope down here by the gold mines are now unusable. You see, the hunters, they're just sightseeing.
Antelopes are no match for us.
Well, you know, if you don't fight them, they're not really a match, I guess. You know? And see, once I make that connection, they all just start walking over that way. Look, a bit of food made it. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Ah, well, Pharaoh glitches always difficult, right? Oh, and what's this? Because you knowingly courted danger, when you refuse to send the 6,400 gems to Tyre, you've become more popular among your fellow Egyptians. Oh, wow. What's our kingdom rating? That's almost what it needs to be. Alright, well, let's keep going. These monuments are going to take a while, so I guess I just watch them build for now. Alright, so this hunting is having some problems here. So I just kind of want to fix this, and I think I might be able to break this connection, and I think it does actually fix the problem. And there is also, you can see, these hunting lodges here have some issues with employment, so temporarily, before I do anything, I'm just going to put down 2 houses right there, 2x2 house right there, to stabilize employment on this service road. And besides that, looking at our infinite money, we probably need to get some things going. Let me just check my employment. No employment problems. So 5%, 102. We could get some construction guilds going. We're going to need a source of wood for ramps. And also, looking at burial provisions, we need weapons, pottery, linen, luxury goods, and chariots. So lots and lots of stuff. How could we do this? Source of wood. Who sells wood? Probably up here somewhere, right? There we go. Kadesh sells wood to a water trade route. Okay, Tyre. Anywhere else sells wood? Not there. Not there. Not there. No, I don't think there's anywhere else. It's just Kadesh all the way up here. You know, we have infinite money. I'll just open this up now. Yep, let's visit Overseer. Let's set our wood imports to maintain 800, I guess. And we just need to put a storage yard allowed to accepting that. I probably want it on this side, right? How do I want to do this? Let's put a spot for wood to go into here. This is not going to be the most optimal of everything, but I'm going to put that there. And also, I could probably clear off a couple of these hunting lodges, because I think we'll be okay for that. And I can go ahead and put down, let's put the construction guilds, carpenters guilds. I'm going to squeeze in 2 right there, and the wood's going to come in from there so that we can get that going. Fantastic. Now, we do actually have to get to 10,000 people. So let me slow the game down here. And also, while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and put down some... Do I just use up this road? I suppose it's not the worst thing. Like if I just put down bricklayers guilds, and stonemasons guilds, that should get things going at least, right? Don't mind if those houses devolve. Now, looking at what we can do here, I'd like to feed more people. We could put some farms here, actually. Also, right, I did some testing about getting these hunters to work. Destroying that bridge might actually help. So now that, at least he's shooting right there, right? Now that this water connection will go down once it runs out of employees, then there should only be one source of hunting from here, and everyone should be hunting as intended. Now I could put some fig farms here to feed like a housing block there, but all of this, like, you can fit like one there, one there, one there. I think this was purposefully designed to be able to fit a few farms, but not very many, right? Not very many at all. So what I think I have to do, am I completely overproducing figs to this area? Not completely. So I'm gonna leave this as is. And I'm going to go ahead and just prep fig farms coming down this way. Right? And we could have something like that. That's not a lot, but that should at least feed some of these houses. Can we have one here as well? Yeah, I can have one right here as well. Okay, good. Can I have one here? I can have one here, I think. Okay. And I think I will just sort of steal... Actually, do I need this many figs? I think we should be good, right? I'm gonna steal these 3 over. And if I'm stealing these 3 over, I just need to break this road connection, so I'm just doing that. Then this is gonna come up through there, that's gonna go there, this is gonna come up through here. This is... I want to break this road connection, so that these farms... Oh, those 4 farms plus these are all gonna be feeding housing to the right here. Alright, that looks good. Let's go ahead and put down some irrigation ditches just to get all of that going as best as we can. Can we actually... Oh, we can irrigate that. Fantastic. Irrigate that too. And that should irrigate... I don't know if that will affect that. Probably. I don't know. Maybe. It should. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw like a bunch of squares all along this river here. Like 8x8 squares, I'm thinking. Just like many 8x8 squares, so I could feed as many people as possible. I could probably fit just one there, fit one here, all the way along to boost our population as much as possible. And I'm not sure if we'll be able to support more places with hunting. Probably we could if this hunting actually turns online again. That would be nice. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that and get all of this working. Ah, there we go. We've got these little blocks going along here, and some of the homeless have decided to move into this side, so let me just go ahead and spam up all of these houses. Let's get them all working and functioning. We got plenty of money. No need to even look at our Deben. It's just gonna flow in. Let's get that block going, this block going. There we go. You can see you put down one house in each block first because the immigrants will move in to the house you put down first. So we're going to do that. And also over on this side, I'm prepping, look at that, I'm prepping a luxury block for palatial estates and stuff next to this temple complex. It'll look fantastic, very nice. Not sure... Oh, they're actually grabbing some sandstone. Would you look at that? Perhaps I could speed this up a little bit. Right? Put 2 work camps right there. Because it seems like some of this sandstone is actually going all the way over here to the mausoleum. It requires 64 loads of sandstone. Okay. These pyramids haven't even started yet, but we do have... Look at all of that. We've got some wood coming in as well. The carpenters' guilds are going. More bricks being imported. And pottery seems to be okay. Everything looks to be okay. Yeah. Full on gems. Full on luxury goods. We don't have any requests, right? No requests. How about our military? Military is full as well. Everything looking really nice. Now let's get these farms going, shall we? All I have to do is leave a bit of space there. Have like 2, maybe 3 work camps, I guess. Just roadblock right there. Make sure things function properly. Firehouse and architect's post in case of anything. And then we need a place for a granary. Now, where do we actually want to place the granary? It can be on one of these housing blocks, right? It wouldn't be the worst thing. I could just put it right there. It's actually fine. Right? Granary right there. Storage yard can go ahead and... Because we're gonna need more space over on this side. So, oh, what's this? Alert your soldiers for the Egyptian army is engaged in combat at the distant city of Gaza. Okay, we can handle that, no problem. And I'm gonna have a storage yard here. And another granary here. This is not the most, well, like, best way of doing things, but it's gonna function, and that's the important thing. I'm gonna set this all to... Do I want to set it to accepting figs? Maybe not yet. Or maybe it's fine. I kind of just want to over-produce everything, right? Accept figs into there, set this to get maximum, set this to get maximum. Actually, that's a terrible place for the storage yard. It should be between the granaries, like here. That should be where it is. Because the figs will be dumped into the granary, the storage yard first, and then gotten by the 2 granaries. So let's do that. And also, before anything, ooh, let's not forget. Firehouse. How much room do we need for the pavilion here? Yeah, it should be that, right? Firehouse. Firehouse? Yes, this is correct with the pavilion placements. Or maybe not exact on that one. Firehouse has to be here, I think. Actually, let's just rearrange that. Let's make sure nothing burns down, yeah? Firehouse there, and firehouse there. Oh, almost forgot that. That would have been bad. That looks good. And police stations. Just to make sure there's no unrest or anything. Okay, that looks good, that looks good. Now all these people are going to be moving in. It's going to solve our worker problem. Let's put down a water supply in each of these areas, like that. And right here, and one right here. Okay, good. I could just pop the pavilions down now, because there's no reason not to. There we go, and we can also do our little gardening. Let's go to medium statues, and I'm just going to have all the statues facing the same way here, but I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. The 4 blocks all marked with their own little statue design. Very nice. So we now can name the blocks and just garden it up because it looks nice. There we go. Fantastic. We can speed the game up. It looks like these farms are now functioning. I'm just gonna see if I can squeeze a fig farm here and there on any of this, because an extra fig farm could always help, but like we could fit one like right there. It's kind of weird how we can actually fit one there and fit one there and fit one there. You know, it's a long ways to do that, but if I did this and roadblock that, this will actually get us a tiny bit more food. Right? Just a tiny bit. I mean, the workers walking all the way over there is not going to be that great, but it should be fine. Should be fine. Alright, everything should be fine. And it actually looks like we're not producing enough figs in this area. Do these bazaars... Why are they so low on food? Huh. I actually need more figs, so let's just go ahead and spam up all the fig farms we can. That's another 3, but that's for this area. Ah. I think I need to do that, and have this road do that, and shift a bit more food back to where it was going to in the first place. Okay. So that's, yeah, okay. We do actually need a bit more food on this side. Perhaps I could take advantage. I don't know, if I cross over here, it messes up the hunting. Is hunting fixed? I mean, there's some food coming in, which is good. Now that there's only one hunting spot, but I'm not sure if it's actually functioning as intended. We'll see if food does actually fill up there. Oh, this is all very tricky, but I think we'll eventually make it work. Okay, this is what I've done. I've shifted all of the figs to come down this way to fill up all of this instead of having 2 types of food here, because actually hunting seems to be doing fine. You can see there's plenty of game meat here and it's filling up very nicely. How about this side? I mean, I still see hunters walking around. I don't know if these houses are being fed. It seems like they're not properly being fed. It's very, very weird. I don't know, the hunting camps here just are not hunting these. So perhaps maybe if I put hunting lodges here. What do you think? Do you think that would solve the problem? Let's try that. Let's put 4 hunting lodges there and see if these hunting lodges will hunt the antelope. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, who knows? But at least this area is not starving, and we've got 5,000 people. Would you look at that? And thanks to me spamming all of the shrines from before, the gods are all fine. Well, Ra's a bit displeased. But Ra's always kind of a bit displeased, isn't he? You know, let's just put some shrines to Ra around here. That's fine. As our population goes up. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Ah, so now it seems like figs have flooded the market over here. Is this enough figs to feed everything? I'm not sure if figs actually got brought up from here. I think maybe they did. Is this enough figs to fill up all the granaries and all the storage yard? I think so. So we might actually be able to start feeding some houses here, which I probably should go ahead and just get started, right? Let's put a bazaar right there. We could start feeding one area, if nothing else, just with figs. And we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. I think it should be fine. You know, we probably can feed 2 areas. And what is this? To satisfy citizens' needs, Rewarty needs 24 blocks of sandstone. Well, we have plenty of that, so help yourself. This bazaar, yep, right there. Go ahead and just buy some figs. You guys can live off figs. Now, I'll only feed 2 areas, not 4 for now, and we'll see how that goes. Because it seems like we managed to fill up both granaries and most of the storage yard. Yeah. Okay. Meanwhile, looks like this is finally starting to get along, and this is dug up pretty quick, actually. When did that happen? So the first pyramid is gonna need 24,000 bricks. Jeez. How many bricks do we have right now? I've been buying and producing bricks for a while. We have 17,000. Is any already on the way? Not yet. We have 17,000 bricks, so that's pretty good, actually. So I probably do actually want some work camps here to help bring the bricks over. Because, yeah, there we go. We're already grabbing the bricks to bring over to the pyramid, which is going to be very nice. And because we did stockpile so many bricks all over the place, things should go along quite nicely. We even have this limestone stored up, so we could get that going very quickly as well. Why did all of these houses devolve? I wonder why we're short on people. Not enough entertainment. Jugglers? What? Oh, we have a musician walker glitch. The musician spawning there. And then... Okay. I'm gonna have to fix that. These glitches are always the downfall of my cities. Here's another request for 2,000 gems by Abu. Let's make sure it's not an extortion. Yes, fine. Go ahead, help yourself. No problem. Meanwhile, we do have plenty of unemployment now. Well, not right now. I've been putting down some service buildings, but because I've been feeding these blocks here, things have been skyrocketing. We're bringing over some pottery as well, because why not? Also, we are exporting pottery, and I'm just gonna up it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only export when we have like an absolute ton of pottery. Otherwise, just keep producing pottery for all the stuff we need, right? Okay, so also pottery on this side. Yeah, I see I moved the conservatory, and now at least this row has access to entertainment, but this is just so silly, you know? I'm just gonna move that, move that. I'm gonna put the temple to Osiris right there, so that I can put a conservatory right here. There we go. That will provide all the musician access they want. This is so dumb, but if you look at Entertainment Musician, the musician's just spawning wherever she likes.
I hope to continue to make beautiful music in this city for a long time.
Well, Nofertiri, you are producing beautiful music for storage yards of meat, gems, and copper. Now also, to try and fix the antelope problem, I deleted all of my hunting lodges. And now let's see what happens if I replace just like 2 hunting lodges right there and Perhaps the problem was too many hunting lodges, right? That might have been a problem. Let's try do that. Now we have just 4 hunting lodges on the mainland, and we'll see if that actually solves the problem. A gold miner was attacked and robbed. Really? Where is crime? Risks crime. Where have I not... A gold miner? From here? Because I'm pretty sure I have policemen everywhere, right? Yeah. Huh. The gold mines have some problems, perhaps from that house right there, so I guess we could just up the security in this area a little bit, you know? Just have some policemen wandering around protecting the gold mines. That would make sense. Okay, good, good. Our pyramids are going along quite nicely. We have some... did I put some work camps? I did put some work camps here, which are sending out...
Ready to work?
Oh, he's enthusiastic. Okay, so we are doing some hunting over to the top side there. Are we doing any hunting to the bottom side here? These hunters. Shoot one of them. Yeah, perhaps the problem is that I've built up all of this, and it's messing with the pathing of the antelope. Because they're running all the way around like that. And they're going down to here. Disease. Oh, right. That reminds me. We need physicians. Physicians. Physician? Physician. 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 There we go. Disease stemmed. Yeah, they ran all the way down here. Now they're running all the way back up there. Perhaps this pathing of the antelopes is what's messing them up? We just can't get any food into this area. Would you look at that? Now, I'm gonna keep experimenting with this, because I'm going to try and figure out why we can get meat up to this area, but we can't get meat down from here. So I really want to figure this out, because it'll be useful for you and for me, and well, hopefully we can find out why the hunters which are close by struggle. And because my hopes won an Egyptian army was victorious? Oh, because your troops helped win the day at Gaza, the Egyptian army was victorious. Does that mean we're good? Like, no more military requests, maybe? Oh, they do have a walker limit. I wanted to get some workers down that way, but let's just put a work camp right there. Then these 4 farms can work next year. Okay, seems like we did use up all of our food for the first feedings, but here's a new batch of fully farmed figs. Can we fit one more there? No, it's maxed out. Okay, that's fine. Alright, plenty of figs coming in. Pottery is also available and ready to use if required. Alright, we'll keep going and I'll try and figure out this hunting problem. Okay, I think I've solved the hunting problem. Moving the hunting lodges closer to the antelope seems to have solved the problem. Look at that, I'm also moving the granary over to this side so that we can start accepting game meat a little bit closer. Look at that! 200 units of meat, look at this! Stored up 200 units there. Okay, okay, this is looking decent. Now, we do have to check if meat supplies maintain up here. Now, before, I did need like 3 hunting lodges at least. It's feeding 2 areas, so we do need quite a bit. But food supplies are pretty stable for now, because thanks to that Osiris ability, that houses require less. Things are going along quite nicely. We have 9% unemployment. Jeez, I've got all these sandstone mines, but I have nothing to do with sandstone. Right? I mean, I guess we could just store up more sandstone. I mean, the only place we could sell sandstone to are water trade routes. We could sell 25 a year, but it's not going to be worth setting that up. Okay, okay. Perhaps... Look at that. 600 units of game meat. I think we might have solved the problem. We just couldn't have the hunting lodges in there, I guess. So I can now get rid of these houses. and that physician, right? And move these entertainment buildings over to this side so things make a bit more sense. Okay, because they have worker access from there. And this has worker access from there. Okay, okay. I think we might have solved the problem. But I'm not sure now if meat is being brought up to here. I'm really not sure. Because, oh, geez, I don't know. You know, just to be safe, I'm going to re-prep this area. Put this temple to Osiris right there. Gonna replace the house right there. Is there a way for people to walk into this area? I'm not sure. I mean, here, one hunting lodge is probably fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm also gonna put down a storage yard. I can't put it there. How about that? And because a new trade route to Tyre has become available, you'll become more popular. Oh, wow, Tyre is actually a trade route. Let's replace that hunting lodge there. Let's set this to accepting just weapons, so we can have a stockpile of weapons now. What does Tyre do? Where's Tyre? Up here. Sells incense. Oh, wait, was that already open from before? I think it was, right? But my reputation has risen? I guess my kingdom rating's fine then. Pyramids are coming along, no rush there, we'll just let things run. We've provided some pottery into these areas, so that's good. We can go ahead and just activate... Maybe on these further ones I'll have a separate bazaar for pottery. There we go. Because we don't want to strain the system too much. Separate bazaar down here as well. Just for pottery, bring in more people, even though we have too many people right now. We're only at 6,500. We actually need a lot more than that. Perhaps I can hook this up now and roadblock this and just have some extra work camps going. Now I think food is coming in, but we're just using it up really quickly. But either way, that seems better than before. How about this area? We're using up food here, and I don't know if any food is coming in from there. So just to test, I'm going to reconnect this water crossing. And can I actually make this work in a slightly better way? Oh, there is an opening there. Okay. Yeah, they can walk in here, over to the antelope hunting grounds. Okay. We are going to start stockpiling weapons there as well. Okay, so everything's looking nice. I'm just going to keep an eagle eye on this granary, which is currently going down in food. And I don't know if these hunting lodges are bringing in any food. It's hard to tell. It looks like no, but we'll try to figure that out. Are they having difficulty like crossing the river or something? I replaced this bridge, but oh well, we'll see. Okay, there we go. I figured out how I'm gonna be doing a beer industry. You can see here I've put down another dock, and it's only connected to this beer industry, so this guy
What a bountiful journey.
is just gonna stop on there to sell barley. Ah, fantastic. And also, I was looking at these pyramids, and it says here we need like 15,000 there, 3,000 there, it's about 18,000 bricks. And looking at my stockpile of bricks, we already have more bricks than we need. So I'm gonna stop import of that, not because I need the money, but because it's just one less thing for these boats to do. All right. So besides that, food supply on this side has shot up and re-stabilized. Food supply on this side seems to be trickling in despite all of this, but this area is not starving, so I assume, look at that, there's actually some food in the bazaar. I assume this is actually doing okay. Now, I do have way too many industry buildings, but we're not even at our target population, and we are like deeply in unemployment. So we're pretty much just sort of going along with this. What does this thing need? Masons are working very hard to complete the mausoleum. Everything's on schedule. Don't expect any problems. Does it just need sandstone? I don't know. I mean, I do have like work camps here, but they're not bringing sandstone over. So I don't know what the mausoleum needs, but the pyramids tend to take longer anyway. We'll just let that run. We also have this pottery industry, which is trying to keep up with demand in this area. We'll see if that works. Everything else looks really nice. I fit in one chariot maker there to use up this wood so we can actually start storing chariots, which we will need for the burial provisions. We don't have any linen either, which is something I will probably have to start dealing with. Meanwhile, let's just spam up breweries just to make sure things work really nicely. And also, just so you know, this little block here, there's 2 houses right there. So I extended this road right up to... So it's sort of 2 tiles away from these houses here. So there's housing access from here and from here to make sure this sort of hook block does actually function appropriately. Now it seems like more how much barley can we import? I want to use 4,000 a year? Really? 4,000? Any more? Is that the max? 4,000 barley? Because that's quite a lot. Alright, if it's 4,000, we could definitely up our beer industry. Just have lots of these things going. There we go. That should also help deal with our unemployment problem. And beer is starting to come in. Fantastic. Do we need beer for burial provisions? No, but we could use it to start evolving some of these houses. I'd like to start working on our prosperity rating with palatial estates over on this side. And that might be a little tricky because we need to import types of food, and it's going to be a water trade route as well. Perhaps I could do something with that over on this side. If I just have like a storage yard here set to accepting, I think we can import meat and chickpeas. If I set that to like half each here and just start importing it. Where is it? Because I'm pretty sure we have... Yeah, let's import to maintain 8, 16, 24, 32. We can import to maintain 3,200 because half will be here, half can be over on the other side. That's open trade route. Who sells meat? Someone sells meat here. There, no. Here, no. Here, there we go. Let's open this water trade route right there. They sell linen. I guess we could just import it straight, right? But let's start importing this as well. Again, maintain 3,200. So we'll import 2 types of food there, and we could get a 3rd type of food over here. Sounds like a policeman's doing some work. Oh, there was a robber or a thief or something. Okay. So that would allow us to then bring sources of food down here, which we can. If I move this conservatory somewhere else, let me just try and figure out the most efficient way. Why are none of these work camps working? It must be the arrangement of things. If I then have a storage yard here and here, and I think I do actually need a house right here, because things are a little unstable. I'll replace that physician, and this is going to be set to getting as much meat as it can. This will be set to getting as much chickpeas as it can to bring the food down here. And when you are importing food, you do not need a granary. The bazaars can take straight from the storage yards. Alright, so that seems all nice and good. And since we have actually extended up this way, do you think we could like just have our own like pottery industry here? Right? Because we don't need that much pottery, but I could just do something like that. So we can slowly produce a bit of our own pottery in this area. That seems good. Okay. So many bricks. Jeez, we actually kind of need to stop producing bricks because we have more than enough. So I'm going to replace these brick works here with potters, I guess. Just to increase our pottery production even more on this side. Alright, beer is starting to stockpile, which reminds me I do actually need to go bring beer down this way as well. All these storage yards is not the most efficient way of doing things, but it'll be fine, it'll be fine. It'll be easier if I just move this juggler school to somewhere else. Move this conservatory to over somewhere else as well. Why can I move the... I don't know, I'll figure that out, I'll figure that out. Maybe I just put the conservatory right up here. Bam. Doesn't need... it's fine, it's fine. Then gonna need, like, another storage yard here for beer. So you go ahead and get... Where's beer? There. Go ahead and get... Quarter? Quarter should be fine. So we got pottery, beer, 2 types of food. We'll be able to get these palatial estates going pretty soon. Used up all the wood for 4 units of chariots. You know, we gotta import more wood, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1,200. Bring in a bit more wood. Okay, chickpeas are coming in.
We're waiting for some cargo to be delivered to our ship.
Beer is being made as fast as possible. It seems like it'd probably be fast if I actually had 2 storage yards for this. But maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. We're actually producing plenty of beer. Okay, good flood this next year. All these farms are going to be activated quite nicely, and I think we can now just continue. Looks like the mausoleum is making some progress here. 28 loads more of sandstone, some's being brought over. The pyramid's looking a little taller than before as well, which is good. Farming looks like it's good, plenty of figs to go around. And also on this side you can see food is starting to stockpile, so that means hunting is actually functioning, which is nice. Is there just not enough clay to get this going? Okay, that's fine. Meanwhile, I have this. It looks a little silly, but yeah, well, maybe it is a little silly. Let's put a physician down there just to make sure that's functioning. And I'm going to then just spam up these shrines. I was currently on Ra shrines. So let's go ahead and shrine this up. Look at our money. I don't even have to think about it. I need another row of Ptah shrines, so let's go ahead and get those down. One nice big row of Ptah shrines right there, and then we need shrines to set right here. This is just so I don't have to ever think of the gods. Bam! Look at that. Looks nice on the minimap. It'll probably look nice once things are sort of incorporated. You know, let's plaza it up. You know, bam. It's fine. You know, let's put like a row of gardens. That sort of makes it look nice. Look, it's part of the city design. It's fine. It's part of the city design, right? Rows of gardens there. There's still an opening for people to walk through on this left side. You can see this is sort of in the way of things, but there we go. That's still a gap there. If anything, people can walk around. And that's going to be next to our palatial estate block, which is going right here, which, by the way, I wanted to just sort of... did I measure this correctly? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How much space did I actually put here? Because I like doing this. I think that's correct. Oh, that is correct. And then I can have that there. I like using these tall statues for the palatial estate block. That looks nice. We plaza it up. There we go. Palatial estate block is prepped. No resources there, but look at that. Meat and chickpeas are down there. I can go ahead and put down a bazaar right here, which can be used to buying meat and chickpeas. So let's get that going. And we could have another bazaar over on this side. How does this road system look? Like that? Okay, it'll have to be like there. And this one is going to be for pottery and beer. Right? And that should start evolving those houses very, very nicely. We do have beer down here. We have... Why can't this... Did they get too much? Okay, well, once we start using that stuff up, we can start evolving this. The gods should all be very, very happy about things. And I know you guys want me to throw a festival, so you know, yeah. Let's hold a new festival to Ra. Yeah, lavish festival to Ra. Because if anything, if I want any blessing, I want trade. Seems like we've maxed out on beer as well, so that's plenty of beer to go around. Now, I know it looks like our money is a little low, so you know what? Are we selling everything we can? So, no, there's lots more copper to sell, lots more gems to sell, lots more luxury goods to sell. It's fine. What is our current export limit? Export went over 2,400. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There. We don't need to stockpile that much, and we can also put down a couple more jewelers just to boost up our luxury goods export. We're just overproducing everything. It's insane. If there's any requests, we'll be A-okay. Alright, so that looks nice. The last thing really, we're approaching 8,000 people as we start evolving some of these houses. Employees needed, really? Really? Well, in that case, what we need is beer. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but it makes sense, trust me. I'm gonna demolish that, gonna put a storage yard right here. Get out of the way. Goodbye. We needed to destroy your homes to make room for a beer warehouse. Get up to half, yes, so that we can then start distributing. You can buy beer, and you can buy beer. So we can start distributing some beer into these areas, increasing our population. And you know, since we have a little shortage of people, just clear those out. We've got way too much stuff. Way too much stuff. The gods, how are you feeling now? Okay. Alright, so that seems pretty good. These bazaars should start buying food from these storage yards directly any second now. Wait, how did... Why is there beer in there? What? How did beer get all the way up here? Wait, what? Wait, what would it be under? Is the bazaar lady spawning wrongly? No, she spawned there. Why are there so many... What? Why are there so many bazaar ladies going around? I see 4 bazaar ladies. Why are there 4? Huh. Well, if that's the case, you know what? You just buy beer too. Why not? Everyone have beer access. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just concerned about the positioning of that, so I'm just gonna maybe move this bazaar up a little bit and set this one to be the pottery and beer. Yeah. Okay. It seems like meat is also doing nicely. I'm not sure. Why is this not buying meat and chickpeas? I'm not too sure. They should be able to just grab it from the storage yards. But maybe that can't be done for the first type of food. So if that's the case, I will just set this one to also buying game meat, I guess. And then we don't need that bazaar at all, right? That makes sense. I mean, I could do with a bit more game meat. I'm not sure if this is gonna solve the problem, but we could try. Okay. No, so let's just check here. Plenty of meat. Yes, fine. It's fine. Okay. Some of these glitches make things a little difficult to manage, but overall, things are going quite nicely. Let's not miss some of this plazaing up, since we have the opportunity to do it. Okay. Okay. Alright. Money's going back up. Let's keep on going. Now, things are still going along quite nicely. Needs another 16 loads there. We need a bunch of limestone here. I think our trading is sort of slowed down a little bit here because we have so many docks and so many things going in and out of the city. I did just activate exports of beer as well, but money is actually fine. Perhaps I should shift the beer over here, so at least if we are selling beer, then it will not be so bad. right? Because then we could just sell the beer straight up like that. We are bringing in some linen. We should be importing some papyrus as well, because looking over here, I've now set up pretty much everything, even a little gemstone and luxury goods industry right here, with the bazaars buying 4 different things each, doubled up on pottery because pottery can be a little unstable. Now these need a scribal school, which is down there, and a library, which I can only place once we get papyrus. Needs 500 papyrus to build a library, so we're gonna wait until the papyrus actually comes in here. But these houses basically have almost everything they need. All the services are set up. We've even got the Senate house down. We are taxing people, which is not going to be worth all that much. I upped my taxes a ton because I'm paying 8 above, which people still love me. So if people still love me, I should be able to tax people more. I'll just keep doing that until it seems good. Meanwhile, all of these houses have evolved quite nicely. They just need a courthouse, right? Courthouse to evolve further, so let's go ahead and give them courthouses. Let's see, courthouse. I'll just set one down there. I kind of filled up a lot of this space with things that I don't really need. Courthouse there, can I fit a courthouse here? Courthouse there, a courthouse, wait, there's already one there. We need one here. Employees needed, don't worry, that'll solve itself soon enough. Stonemasons, bricklayers. You know, let's just get rid of that to fit a courthouse right here. There we go. Evolving all of these up to spacious apartments. Food supply here looks okay. Pottery still seems a little low. I guess, wait. Oh no, pottery's actually fine. Pottery's going into there. Actually, that makes more sense if I were to do this. Let's not accept pottery into there and let pottery come into here. Where's the pottery? Right there. Okay, so pottery can stockpile into there, looking nice. So all of these are now spacious apartments instead of modest apartments, which helps with our prosperity and tax income as well. So we are now just waiting for papyrus to come in, which I don't know if we've managed... Oh, there we go. We've imported a bunch of papyrus, and I remember papyrus is expensive. If you look at prices here, show prices. Papyrus is some of the most expensive stuff. Buyers pay 200 each. Geez, that's like just a little less than wood, just a tiny bit less than linen, and because we have so much money, it doesn't matter. But that also does mean we can put down a library right there, bam. So now these houses have pretty much everything they need to evolve all the way up to palatial estates as far as I can tell. They have 3 types of food, luxury goods, linen, mortuary is there, Senate house is there, all 3 types of entertainment. Let's make sure there's no dancer glitches, looks good. Let's make sure there's no musician glitches or juggler glitches. Okay, so these houses now have access to everything they need to become palatial estates as far as I can tell. We just need to wait for the papyrus, which should be coming down here with those guys, I think, right? I think it's those guys. If I just speed up, they should be the ones grabbing... There we go. Grab the papyrus. Come on down. And then there's some papyrus. Fantastic. Can you just give those out to the schools and stuff now? Yes? No? Oh, they're off to get more? Perhaps I could make this a little bit better if I set this to getting papyrus as well. If I set this to getting papyrus as well, we should be able to increase the amount of papyrus coming down this way, which will help stabilize the flames. I hate it when this happens. Why like certain buildings just catch... Look at this, why? Why does this happen? Like, for some reason, things just start burning for no particular reason. Let's just make sure this doesn't happen. There, just... I hate it when this happens. There, secure everything. Can someone just please put out that fire before it spreads? Anyone? Anyone? Just... Just put that out. No. Come on. Really? Oh, I hate it when that happens. Like, see, like some houses just suddenly randomly have fire problems, right? It builds up over time, it seems, right? See that guy walked by there and it didn't get rid of it completely? And no one is going to put out that fire, it seems. No one cares. At all. Well, hopefully it goes out by itself before it spreads, because I really don't want it to spread around, but... oh well. Has Papyrus come down here into schools? Taking goods elsewhere, okay. The library is working. Oh, there we go, that actually counts. Dentist, oh I forgot, I don't have a dentist here. Where can I squeeze a dentist? Do I not have any? Okay, there we go. That should be fine, dentist sat right there. Did I miss anything else? I put an apothecary down as well. There's a physician? Yeah, okay. So these houses should be going along quite nicely. Did that... I'm so scared that's gonna burn. Anyway, the dentist should be going along quite nicely. Evolving again, okay. Ran out of beer. No, you shouldn't have run out of beer. There's plenty of beer in the bazaar right across from your street. Hate it when things evolve or devolve and the supply inside them changes. I think because they went from 1x1s to 2x2s. What does this need? Local access to a dentist? Supply of linen? Okay, so the bazaars should be buying linen soon as well. Is that fire still going? No, it's out. Okay. Luckily, that wasn't a problem. Now, I just want to watch these houses evolve. There we go, that's up to elegant residences. Okay, evolving again. That's up to fancy residences, and they need jewelry, which we do have some right there. Go ahead, bazaars, go buy what you need. Which one is set? This one should be set to luxury goods, right? Yes. Okay, let's just speed things along. Go buy yourself some luxury goods. There we go, here it comes. Ah, there we go, up to spacious manners, evolving again, up to elegant manners, evolving again, up to stately manners. Second type of luxury goods, no problem. Look at our money. What's this? Desirability. Can I at all solve that problem by just spamming some gardens on the back of this? Does that help? No? Okay. But these down here need a second type. So that means I have to stop selling luxury goods and instead start importing them. Can I set this to import to maintain 0? Does it still count? Does that still count? It totally counts! Palatial estates, there we go, we've got palatial estates set up. It's just a desirability issue right now. This Senate House is messing things up a little bit. I don't know what we could do to deal with that. I mean, this whole road on this right side is sort of taken up by this temple complex, which I did because it looks nice. Physician coverage, no local access to a mortuary. Come on, there must be mortuary access. Health. Mortuary. No? Why? Is there mortuary access problems? Should be fine. Right? Should be fine. Okay, so I just have to work on desirability, but then things should be fine. There we go, that's re-evolving back up. Back into palatial estate. Yes, yes, there we go. Ah, pinnacle of society. This Senate House is causing the problem. Maybe if I move that and put the dance school somewhere else, and I just squeeze the Senate House over here instead, and I could try and compensate with like more large statues. This one, I never used this one. Does that help? Does that make you happy? Yeah, I can spam some gardens back here too. If you want that. How's that? Yes? No? More desirability? Okay. I don't think they need an apothecary, so I can move this firehouse over to here. And then, ooh, that helped with that. I can put another medium statue. What is... oh, there's a garden there. Okay, I can try maybe put a large statue on the back of this. Like if I put one of these dudes here. Maybe like a row of these dudes. Does that help? There we go, 4 palatial estates. I do need to replace that dance school though, which I can just place right there, I guess. Okay. Get that dance school going again. You know, we're also short on workers by 32. You know the solution to that? Bam. And bam. Problem solved. And there we go, 4 palatial estates. That's going to help our prosperity rating. Labor shortages reduce prosperity, don't worry about that. Money, 36,000. And you know what? Let's put down a courthouse here too. You guys need a courthouse? Let's evolve you guys up. 4 palatial estates, fantastic, with a little room to spare, even with this temple complex. If I didn't have the temple complex, I could actually fit like 2 more palatial estates, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. The mausoleum needs 4 blocks of sandstone, 1 load, come on. Someone must be grabbing that too, right? Someone? Anyone? Grab 1 load of sandstone? No? Are they just preoccupied with this? I guess so. No one wants to go grab the sandstone. Okay, that's fine. The mausoleum will be completed soon enough. The pyramids, not so soon. We need another 16,000, 8,000. Yeah, there's probably plenty of bricks. I could probably just stop brick production entirely. Stop... Yeah, I do have enough bricks, right? I have 19,000 bricks. It's absolutely fine. Let's get rid of that. Let's stop importing straw as well. We don't need that anymore. And yeah, I think I just need to, like, wait for this to complete. But besides that, we're at 8,600 people, and these palatial estates can sit another, like, 150 each. That's another 600 there, bringing us to 9,200. And we did just evolve all of these houses, which doesn't do anything. So basically, we're at our target population. All I have to do is spam some houses if there's any spare room, like here. Spam some houses, like up there. And that should actually bring us to our target population of 10,000 people. There we go. Scattered a few houses around there. And as people move in, things will be a-okay. Ah, fantastic. We never even evolved these houses. These guys don't have any beer. Should I give these guys beer? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, I didn't want this. Oh, we are selling beer right now. You know, I'm gonna turn off selling beer because turns out we don't need the money. Let's stop selling beer. We got 45,000. Maxed out on pottery there. Maxed out on chariots as well. So you know what? We don't need this. We are maxed out, right? Yeah, 32. We don't need that. And do we have everything for the burial provisions? Just linen, right? So I need to set up a linen industry. And then we're basically won the mission. It's just a matter of time at this point. We basically won the mission and we'll just keep on going. Alright, so I've done a few fixing up things for the city. I've shifted this into a fig industry because the hunting is just so unstable, I'd rather not rely on it. I've squeezed in 1 extra farm here, and I also changed these farms all to go this way because we were pretty much overproducing figs, but I'm setting up a way to cross over to this meadow farmland right now so that I could start some extra farming for figs if we are a little short on this side. And I did just divert most of the surplus over to this side first because we need to get that first feeding done with first. Okay, so now we are just hunting over here and over here. And I just needed to move the juggler's school, which I do need to replace. So let me just go ahead and pop that down there. I think building the juggler's school there did actually mess with the hunting. You can't build too close to the antelope, otherwise things get a little messed up. Meanwhile, the pyramids are going along quite nicely. We've started importing flax to turn into linen to boost our linen production. I also set this storage yard to accept limestone. So if the boat that sells limestone does dock, they can drop it off here rather than shifting between the docks. Because limestone is kind of a barrier. You see here, we need 3 loads of limestone, and we just can't progress our monuments until the limestone gets in. So you see here, us importing some limestone there. Why? Did we max out our imports for limestone? Which place sells us limestone again? Is it Wast? Yeah. Oh, it's only 25 a year. That is a big limiter. We don't have... Yeah, we can't produce limestone, so it's only import. So that's kind of the limiter on things. But you can see here, we just need 1 load of sandstone for here, and there is a dude waiting for it. So at some point... Ah, there we go. There we go. This is gonna finish the mausoleum. So that... There's some houses moving out here. Our population is still going up, but I think things are okay. Let's just finish the mausoleum. There we go. Completed. Yes. Oh, it's 63% complete. Oh, they just need to go dig stuff up. Okay, okay. Meanwhile, why isn't this house... No pottery? What's up with this? The bazaar has pottery. Where is the market lady?
My supplies sold like hotcakes. I'm going back to the bazaar for more.
Okay, no, it's fine, it's fine. So we can just watch these workers complete the mausoleum. Look at them putting down those tiles. Remember to leave a gap to let them in. Gardens do block the pathway. Oh, there's some nice little statues on this. Some scarabs down there around the pillars. And just dig all of this up. We've got tons of work camps all over the map, so they just stream in from all over the place. And a few more tiles. Yes, done. Oh, one more guy there. There we go. Oh, great, Pharaoh, Gamer Zack. The sacred mausoleum is finally complete. This is a remarkable achievement for your city. Mausoleum finished. That's 1 down, 2 to go. Let's garden up all these missing tiles here. And there we go. We have the mausoleum side finished. Ah, it looks brilliant, doesn't it? Ah, okay. So we're gonna keep on going here and just make sure everything maintains balance. Make sure game meat doesn't suddenly disappear or anything like that. Make sure figs does last as a supply up here. The bazaars should be buying figs now. Should be. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Alright, so we're at 9,000 people, so we're basically at our target population. A few extra houses will do it. But yeah, let's just keep on going. And there we go, we've crossed the river, setting up all of these terrestrial farms, rather. Well, kind of. And we've got another 8x8 block here. Look at these 4 little cats there, because we ran out of medium statue design, so I made my own. Gonna be able to get this up to our 10,000 population, bring in more people just to produce more food here. You can see it's been a new harvest season. Most of this food's coming down here. We did actually run out of figs, so I did want to produce more food. So now all of this is working. We've got the irrigation ditch going. Pyramids are coming along okay. Limestone's been imported. Linen and flax is being done. Do I want to shift one of these breweries over to... You know, I'm gonna leave it as is, and we do not need to provide beer to these houses here. Employees needed. Did I overdo it? The city is short by 8 employees. I think it's fine. All of these farms are just becoming operational. Yeah, okay. So we can actually just boost this up even more. No reason why we can't. Just spam that up. I will need some room here for... I suppose I'll have the entertainment buildings over on this side. Yeah, I'll just put that there. So I can have this farm here. More farms doesn't hurt. This irrigation ditch can come out this way. But does that still work? If it doesn't work, I'll just cross it over there. That looks better anyway. Irrigation ditch. So, of course, all these farms are not the most fertile, but... What's this? 24 blocks of sandstone? Help yourself, we have way too much of that. Okay, so all of these 43% fertile, 96. Some of these get pretty high. 90%, 89, 81%, 50%, 44%, 46%. So all of them are above 40% fertile, so that's good. Some of them are really high. Oh, this actually filled up. Because, right, it prioritizes storage yards. But these farms should now help feed this area and this area. I won't feed this area quite yet, but we can go ahead and give them a water supply because they don't have one of those. And yeah, that'll be good. City needs more workers. How many? Short by 42. I did overdo this a little bit, but once these houses fully move in, more immigrants should be on the way. Yep, there they are. That'll solve itself. Oh, all the tiles from the mausoleum are gone. This game does have its glitches, if you haven't noticed. All these tiles are gone, but it is still complete. We're just waiting for the limestone and bricks to be delivered. We're not actually producing any more bricks because we don't need them. 6, 4 plus 800. We probably have more than enough. We have 17,000 bricks. Way more bricks than we need. Okay. So now I think at this point, with 73,000 Deben in the bank and everything remaining relatively stable, food there is okay, food here is okay, we just speed up the game and keep on going. There we go. I just threw another festival for Ra to inspire my trading partners to trade more than before because we just kind of need more. There we go. Instead of 25, it's 40 limestone now. So we could import even more limestone, which is going to help things along. Why are these houses devolving and re-evolving? I don't know. Meanwhile, this area over here, we've got some food stocked up, which is good. These are all... production is 100% complete. When is the harvest? Is in September. June, July, August, September. Oh, these actually... Because their fertility is so high, the... Is this normal? Did we miss a harvest? I'm not too sure. Well, at least this harvest is going along okay. Alright, and this over here looks okay. More food's coming through, yes. Food on here looks good. Food on here looks good. So yeah, we're at, we're basically gonna be at 10,000 people once I feed this block. I'm pretty sure there was supposed to be a harvest for this, right? Usually it doesn't get to it shouldn't get to 100% complete if the land is 90% fertile. That doesn't seem right. Oh, these guys are dumping food down there. Right, because the granaries are set to getting their own food from the storage yards, and they do prioritize storage yards. So this is actually a good way of doing things. And if the storage yards overflow, then it overflows into the granaries. Alright. Yeah, good. Let's keep going. And there you go, its population of 10,000 places your city in Egypt's top tier. And I don't think I've seen this message before because it sounds really weird, right? Have I not made a 10,000 population city in Pharaoh before? I can't remember. But anyway, we're going to be crossing over that. Now, looking at things, because as people have moved in, the city has no employment problems, but we can always cut back on industries. Now, none of houses have access to a dentist. Let's go to health. Where is health? Dentist. Now, who does not have a dentist? Okay, you're all getting dentists. You have one. We don't have any free tiles around any of these. Is there space for a dentist there? Yep. You guys don't have dentists? There we go. Have a dentist. You have a dentist. We need that open. Have a dentist. There we go. You guys over here? You guys don't have dentists? Oh, now you have a dentist. So there we go. We just need to clear off some space for these two housing blocks. These are all shrines sort of taking up space. What is this? Shrine to Ra. Yep. We'll clear off a space there and a space. These are all Ra. Yep. A space there. So you guys can have dentists too. Now everyone in the city has access to dentists. Before that, everyone had crooked teeth. But now everyone has nice shiny braces. I think that's how it worked in ancient Egypt anyway. Too few jugglers, of course. Let's solve the juggler crisis of the city, where there's not enough jugglers. People are so bored, and Ra lifts my reputation again. People are so bored, they just want to see people juggle. That's all they want to do. So we're just gonna have like booth, 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 booth. That's wrong. That went the wrong way. Go back. Booth, 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 booth. Okay, and we can have like a couple jugglers, I don't know, like 3 jugglers schools, I guess. And just to try and make sure nothing burns down, firehouse, firehouse. Architect's post, architect's post. Okay, that should deal with the juggler requirement, I think. Still asking for more jugglers, look at that. Add more jugglers. They just want to see people juggle, that's all they want. Yeah, in a city that's shining of monuments and palaces and temples, people are all like, you know what we need? We need to see someone juggle. Alright. So that we're basically boosting up our culture now, because everything is fine. Kingdom rating 99, prosperity 100. Culture, yeah, I'm just gonna boost that up. It's gonna be a little tricky with mortuaries, I think, because we do need linen to do that. So providing mortuary access might be a little tricky, but we do have plenty of linen, actually. We actually have a lot of linen. So it should actually be fine. We could just provide mortuary access to those areas there. And look at how much food we're producing. So much food. Are we short by people? No, we're not short by employment. Look at all these jugglers working. 45. Now they want scribal schools. That's a little bit more expensive. But let's have a look here. Jugglers are just above average. We could do with more jugglers, you know? So let's just try get more jugglers. Can I squeeze like jugglers in there and there and there, maybe? Maybe like over here. Can we get more booths going? We can get one there, get one there, get one there. Okay. Can't get that one. Okay. We'll try get these ratings up. See, now it's good, which helps things as well. These ratings are what's important. You see, dances stage is perfect. Great. We just need more jugglers and musicians. Senate House average, even though we just have one. Okay. So, that's what we're doing for now, and we'll just keep adding more stuff until our culture rating is what it needs to be. Okay, I think we are at that point where things just kind of go weird in the city. This block here is losing access to water because, I don't know, I guess they just don't have water. I guess I'm just going to put down another water carrier here, right? And hopefully that solves the problem, right? Right? I don't know, where's the water dude? Does he not circle the whole block? There, that one's evolved, so that one's actually better than this one, but I'm gonna let this guy run his course. Okay, does he not circle the whole block? I thought this block was not too big. Oh, does he actually walk down this way and then goes back that way? Oh. Oh, I see. This block is too big, but wait, that doesn't make sense. This block's fine, and they're the same size. Oh well, we got 2 water carriers there now. That's fine. Anyway, I put down a couple scribal schools here near the papyrus imports, and I also just hooked up a road here, so linen can be dropped into that mortuary there. But it still seems like more people want mortuary access, so I guess I could just squeeze a mortuary down onto this block. If I get rid of that, we can slowly cut back on all of these things. Mortuary, yep, right there. Linen can just be delivered straight over there. We're also getting rid of those empty storage yards. Some of our brick supply finally being used up. We keep throwing festivals to Ra in the hopes he gives us another trade blessing, because I was looking at this 25 limestone a year. And looking at this needs 60 blocks of limestone, and this needs 168 blocks of limestone. So 25 a year means it's gonna take forever. We basically need, 168 plus 60, so that's 248 blocks of limestone divided by 25, that's 10 years? I'm not waiting 10 years, jeez. Also, there was a fire here, because that happens sometimes. Let's put those houses back. How's our employment looking? No employment problems. You know, if I needed more workers, I could just destroy gold mines. But I don't want to. You know, I like gold mines. I'm gonna keep the gold mines going, yeah? Anyway, culture, by the way, if we look at our entertainment, everything is perfect except for jugglers because our population has gone up by a couple hundred. Could do with a few more jugglers, you know. 10,000 people, really, you know, you need a lot of jugglers to entertain 10,000 people. But juggling is not really the limit right now. Scribal School is more the problem. These two blocks have Scribal School access, but I guess we need like Papyrus to come down this way or something. Which might be tricky because our Papyrus supply is not that great. Can we produce Papyrus? Can we import reeds? Does someone sell reeds? I mean, we have all the trade routes open. Let me just see here. Reeds. Available to import. We could import reeds and produce papyrus. That is a thing that we can do. A little tricky to do, though. For the next 12 months, you can sell its exports for half again the usual value. That's not really what I need right now. But yeah, if I could increase my papyrus levels... I don't know, providing some school access. We have papyrus over here. We could just give these guys school access, right? If I... yeah. 2,100 gems, help yourself, jeez. Let's move the physician over there and reduce that and put a scribal school here, and we'll see if that works. And also, I'm not sure, I don't think libraries need access, right? So I'm gonna let that, it's currently 55. Are you delivering papyrus? You've now got 3 places to deliver papyrus to, so... Well, these houses, oh, they're gonna evolve, right? Because they just needed scribal schools. Okay, so let's that give access there. Yep, good. There we go. All of you.
This city is cool.
Okay, good. The city's cool.
This
Fantastic.
city is fantastic.
City's fantastic. Does that help? More mortuary access? Well, we get linen down here as well, so I guess these guys can have a mortuary too. Kingdom rating risen again. Yes. What's over here? Oh, there's nothing there? Oh, fantastic. Mortuary. Bam. You guys can have mortuary access. Wait. Oh yeah. Why do some buildings just suddenly want to start catching on fire? Can you not do that? Let's just throw down... I don't want anything on this block burning. That would be bad. There we go. Some buildings just suddenly want to catch fire. It's strange. There we go. Okay, that looks okay. All right. So we're gonna provide mortuary access to these guys too. They need a second type of food. This bazaar is not set to buying a second type of food, so we're okay. Do they now have mortuary access? Not yet. Just needs to wait for the linen to be delivered. That's kind of difficult maintaining all of this, but I think it's okay. This is just getting... Oh, you don't need to... Just set this to accepting. We are producing enough pottery here, I think. Quarter, yeah. You know, fill up to a half. That's fine. We can stockpile pottery there a bit. Okay. But besides that, yeah, we're just going along, working around the bugs and boosting our culture while trying to get more limestone in. It's tricky. Well, things are looking pretty decent here. We're just shifting all the chariots over to there, which they now have, so I can destroy that and put down a papyrus maker right there. And you can see we've scattered one there, couple over there. So we're now producing more papyrus. Also up the amount of weavers we have to increase the amount of linen, just to match these scribal schools and stuff. Papyrus being stored there. But also, look at that, we are now short by 109 employees, and I don't want to increase population because we're already tipped over to 11,000. And the higher the population, the lower this goes because the more people. You see the perfects are now excellence. So instead of adding houses, I think you guys know what we gotta do. We have to clear off the gold mines. These are 12 employees each. That's 120 workers. Right. Just let that register. Oh, it hurts so much. But we do have 223,000 even. We really don't need any more money. The gold mines are all gone. Well, we got 4 left, but okay. I mean, how much was that last year? All the gold, mined gold, 15,700 a year. We've just pretty much decimated that number, but how much profit did we have net in outflow? It's fine. It's absolutely fine. We don't need any gold mines whatsoever. Anyway, besides that, the pyramids are looking a little bit taller. We still need 120 blocks of limestone and 32 blocks of limestone. I keep throwing festivals to Ra, but he's not giving me the blessing I want. He keeps increasing how much our exports are worth, giving me even more money. So I don't even need that, but oh well. Seems like we now have a decent amount of papyrus being made. That should be working soon as well. It seems like we're struggling to get all the papyrus going. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shift some of the reeds over to here, so that the reeds are actually split up between 2 storage yards, so that the guy sending out reeds, there's 2 of them instead of 1. And we're just gonna shift some limestone over to this side instead. Where is limestone? Okay, there we go. Except a quarter there. So shifting 800 limestone here and 800 reeds there, so that the guy sending out the reeds, because we don't have the most efficient setup here, that's just going to increase how things go. I also made a road connection here because we did have this road connection, so if reeds were going to be sold from here, they can now just walk straight down that way. You can see reeds going both ways now. And yeah, so that's going to increase our papyrus collection. How much papyrus do we have in stock right now? 2,900. We've brought in linen down here, providing mortuary access to these 2 areas, but we're going to need to bring papyrus down this way. What is this? The Stonemasons Guild? Yeah, we don't need that there. We can just have a storage yard right here set to getting some papyrus so that we can have a scribal school right here and a scribal school right there. We're just going to shift some things around here, put a scribal school right there, then 2 more areas have scribal schools. That would actually evolve these houses. But yeah, that should get our culture rating to what it needs to be. It's currently 65, but too few libraries working. You know, I do wonder, do we need access to the papyrus to have the library working? Where can I dump this without it messing anything up? I don't want it connected to any papyrus source. This side has access to papyrus. Oh no, it doesn't. There's no road connection there. So if I put a library right here, let's try not mess anything up. Yeah, can I just get rid of these weaponsmiths and put a library right here? Because there's no papyrus. It takes 30 workers. Alright, let's speed the game up. Get the library working. It's got employees. Maybe it doesn't count. Maybe it doesn't count. I mean, it costs papyrus to put this down. I mean, do I want to experiment? If I put another library, like right down here. And I just speed things up until it's working. Ah, you can see that. Export's worth more. Does this count at all? It went up. The city coverage went up. It counts! Oh, it totally counts. Of course it counts. We don't actually need paper in the library. Of course we don't. No one needs paper in a library. That doesn't make any sense. You just need to have the library constructed, and people are happy with that. People are happy with that. There we go. Papyrus is down here. He's out getting more goods. We only need a quarter. That's a bit strange. Okay, we'll see if that works though. So now that our culture rating is what it needs to be, all that's left is the monuments. Oh, this is gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. Alright, so as we go along, our population has dropped a little bit for some reason. Some area must have devolved. I think these luxury palaces did devolve. Yeah, it kicked out a bunch of people. How about the rest of the city? And also you can see we're short on employees because every time a new year passes, if we look at our census, where is it? Right here. Every time a new year passes and people cross to the age of 50, they stop working. It looks like they die by around 60, but basically this whole population right here between 50 and 60 is not working. And this big boom of me starting my city, well, we're starting to cross into the 50-60 year age range. So instead of adding more people to the city, I don't want to increase population because the higher the population, the more culture and stuff we need. Prosperity actually dropped a bit because I think because these palatial estates devolved for a second, prosperity dropped, but these pyramids are looking like they're doing okay. I guess I could, if we have the beer supply, I could just set this to buying beer. You know, that should be fine. Set this to buying beer as well. So these markets, we could evolve the 2 heart blocks at least, so they're not in these spacious homesteads. We could make them evolve a bit. It is connected up to there, so we have a nice stockpile of beer. Why is there a bit of limestone here? I don't remember doing that. Oh wait, no, I do. Yeah, when this was not connected to here. Now I want the limestone to go there. Thank you for emptying that. Just put that over there somewhere. These houses are devolving because they ran out of pottery, which is a lie. A lie, I tell you. The markets have pottery, fine. Yeah, should be fine. There we go. These houses, they just like devolve for a second and then re-evolve, and that can be a bit of a problem, especially when it messes with this. But I also went ahead and just, look at this, I decorated all of this. Put all these statues in, put all these gardens in, looks fantastic, right? This nice little row of gardens around the temple complex just adds that little bit extra. So we've got this temple dump, palatial estates, temple complex, and as we need more employees, 34, you know, I have to say goodbye to these dudes. There we go. No more gold mines at all. All the gold mines are gone. It's a sad day, but we can also get rid of that. It's a sad day, but it was necessary. There we go. So this area is looking really, really nice. Nicely contained on the map, you can see there. This is also looking really nicely contained. We're just waiting for limestone. 64 blocks and 16 blocks, so we need another 70, 80 blocks of limestone. We have 12 in storage right now with a few more on the way. It's gonna take a few more years. It's gonna take a few more years, but then we'll finally have the limestone required to complete these pyramids. And looking at our burial provisions, we've actually got enough of everything to just dump it in and win the mission. We just have to wait for this to finish. Here we go. The small pyramid is finally getting the final load of limestone. Let's speed this along. No point waiting around. Finally. And there we go. Now, please just smoothen that out. Looking good, looking good. Population's fluctuating a little bit, but looking at our ratings and stuff, prosperity dropped again. Did something devolve again? I think some...
Osiris could punish this city for its neglect with a low flood.
Really? No. Osiris is not gonna punish me at all. I got a temple complex to Osiris. Our prosperity went down because I think, if you look here, see 26 occupants, 14 occupants compared to 47 and 29. I think something's devolving our palatial estates, and I won't know exactly for sure what it is unless I watch it entirely. But let's just watch this complete. There we go. A few more blocks of limestone. Employees needed as usual. We just check how many people do we need. We can knock like a work camp off of these. Do we need like which? There must be work camps just sat around. Yeah, like these. We don't need these. Right? Let's get rid of those two. And this is looking like a shining example of monument building. Fantastic, fantastic. By the way, to get these tiles back, you just have to save the game and reload, which I will be doing before I finish this mission, but there we go. Oh, great Pharaoh, Gamerzak. Masons have completed their finishing touches on the gleaming outer casing of the fine limestone, and the brick pyramid is finally done. And to top it off, touch a garden, and it's done. So now we just need 7 more loads of limestone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5.5 over there. Please bring in a bit more limestone. Have we maxed out limestone imports for this year? We have. We never got another trade boost from Ra. It doesn't matter. We're getting up to 300,000. Would you look at that? Deben. Prosperity's jumped back up. Yeah, I think our prosperity only goes back down when one of these devolves for some reason. It's hard to say exactly why. All the resources are good. There's probably a walker problem. Like if you look over here, if I look at entertainment and dancer, of course there's a dancer glitch. Of course there is. But luckily these houses are just modest apartments and they don't need dancers. 300,000 Deben. Would you look at that? These houses just like, see, they just, why? No beer? Really? Why? I'm sure there's plenty of beer in the bazaar. See, they just devolve for a second, then re-evolve. Is this 3 more loads? Here's 1. Okay, do we have enough? We have enough. Look at that. We can stop importing limestone. Where is it? So nice to turn that off. I can also set this to empty that, please. Okay, and now this is just for papyrus and reeds. Keep that industry going. Population, you see how population is actually dropping a little bit. What has devolved? What's this?
Taxes are too high here. I'm surprised I wasn't taxed for leaving.
Oh. Oh. Well, if that's the case, let's do that. People are moving out because of taxes. Of course that happens just as we're finishing this. How's our employment? Short by 10 employees. Okay, we can fix that. We can fix that. Bam. Fixed. Is this 2 loads left? This is 1 load. Come on, someone bring... There's the final load. Okay. Okay. And the second larger pyramid is now done. All these people are moving out. That kind of sucks. People are upset with you because of high taxes. If it drops below 10,000, that's gonna be annoying. People are annoyed because taxes are so high. You know, just stop it. Taxes are 0%. That's how you manage a city. When people are upset with taxes, just make them no taxes for a while. No taxes. Tax breaks. You know, please re-elect me. Is it gonna drop below? People are pleased with me. Okay. I can re-up taxes back to, I think 12% is a safe place to put it because we are paying people 8 over the kingdom rating. There we go. Population going back up. Fantastic. No employment problems through all of that. Employees needed. Oh, is it? No. Shot by 24, that's fine. Come on. Just... Okay, that's good. Population going back up. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Please do move back in. You've heard about the no taxes? Well, there are taxes now. But you've already moved in, so too late to move out. Okay. Looking good. Looking good. There we go. The brick pyramid is finally done. Let's slow the game down. Let's add a touch of garden right there. Look at that. And I don't suppose rotating this gets a oh, rotating does get the tiles back. Would you look at that? And that is our monument layout. That's brilliant. It's brilliant. Look at that. Just appreciate that look for a while. I aligned everything very nicely, very nicely. Also, you see there is like a little gap of road here and here because so there is actually road access into these areas. But looking at this, why have you devolved? What is it? No local access to a mortuary. Is that what's been happening? Really? Is that what's been happening? The Wait, where is... Is this mortuary messing things up? Is there not enough linen to go around? Is the warehouse dude just... Well, that's gonna delay things slightly, but once we get our palatial estate back, I'm going to be able to win this mission. Alright. Things are back to the way they were if we look at our ratings right here. Culture 70, Prosperity 71, Kingdom rating 98, just the monument needing the burial provisions. But before we do that, let's look at the city paused to make sure nothing goes wrong. This is our fantastic monument setup. I did this 4-tile plaza between them. Looks nice. Everything's nice and aligned. Very good, very good. Over here, we have these. Looking good, nice. These devolved ones. Yeah, it was the mortuary. We can't support 2 mortuaries here, so it's fine. But food, resources, all looking nice and stocked up here. We've got these little housing blocks here, feeding up to 10,000 people. This one down here as well with the culture dump. Okay, looking good. Don't forget our temple dump over there. And over here, these least evolved houses of spacious homesteads where we did all that at the start. But we don't need that anymore, basically. And everything looks fantastic. So now let's go to the monument overseer. We have everything we need. Let's dump in the 32 weapons, dispatch. The 3,200 pottery, dispatch. The 3,200 linen, just enough, dispatch. This 3,200 luxury goods, dispatched. And 32 chariots that we made earlier, dispatched. Done. So all we have to do is wait 1 month, and then everything will be good. We are short by 11 employees. But basically we just get rid of 1 of those. It is going to be January again, but by the time it hits December, we should win. Oh. The tiles disappeared. I want the tiles there. There we go. There we go. Of course, 1 lonely homeless guy.
I've been kicked out of my home and through no fault of my own.
Does not reflect the city. Ignore him. Ignore him. That's nothing. And come on, just take over to the next month, into December. And there we go. Victory! We did it! We did it! It's taken forever, but we did it. The limestone is what really held us back, but let's go ahead and proceed.
Most peaceful Pharaoh, your calming influence has brought Egypt to the brink of new greatness.
That's all you can say? A single sentence? After all of that, a single sentence? Well anyway, there's our final stats. 70, 71, 98, 300,000 or 305,000 Deben. Final population just over 10,000. On difficulty, very hard. Took us 407 months. I'm sure you can do it faster than that, but there we go. That's going to be it for Baki in Pharaoh. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can click the buttons to see more city building greatness. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.